I tried to book her for the No Spin News, talk about the CBS chaos. She ran and hid somewhere in mid-Manhattan. Note for Hallman, in order to report the truth, you actually have to stand up and state it. The media collapse has badly damaged the USA. No question. And that is the truth. Back in a moment. For 250 years, home ownership has been the cornerstone of the American dream. But that dream is under attack for many across the USA due to the rise in title fraud. But you can protect yourself with 25% off home title locks, $1 million triple lock protection. Please go to HomeTitleLock.com today. Use promo code BILL25 at checkout. Don't let yourself become a victim. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Good morning, freedom fighters. How are you? I'm Vic. You got it? Look who's back, Kenny Williams. The Ultra Patriot, Ken Williams. It's good to have you back, man.
It's great to be back. I love breaks and all, but man, I jones. I jones with the information. I try to stay away from it, but I can't.
How much do you like time off?
I love time off.
Well, you can't have any more. It's done. Nah, we're fine. It's not you. It's not you.
I want to thank Cole for filling in, man. I appreciated it. We needed it. I just visited my daughter down in Arkansas. She moved there against my wife and my wishes.
Of course.
But, that's what happens when
it hasn't happened to me. I got a kid in Colorado and a kid in Oklahoma.
Right.
So she's going to be driving race cars down there?
Right. Exactly.
Fantastic. All right, big show today. Nick Schroer coming up in a bit, and I didn't even tell Nick about this, and I apologize for that. I want to dive into the rabbit hole of Amendment 4, okay?
Yeah.
He's got to know about it, right? It's all his,
of course.
That's his bag. So, because people are confused. They really are confused on what it means. Heard It on the X is going to be good today. Got a whole bunch of great audio for you. You can Heard It on the X. Hear it on the X.
Right.
Voting fraud, voter fraud. Here's the tell, okay? When you hear Hakeem Jeffries say that the Save America Act will never grant us a free and fair election, Ed story. The exact opposite is true.
That's it.
Because they cheat and we don't.
That's why we came up with the acronym, exactly for that reason, because they do it every single day.
And that's why I love that we can keep using it. It's valid still to this day.
It is. And the thing is, we can back it up. We can prove every single time what we're talking about. Yeah, they can't.
That's right. We have proof. Vic for Vets at 1025. Drew Thomas Allen from the West Coast. Dr. Andy Tobler, Chatbox, who is doing the Pledge of Allegiance today, Ken?
Well, Vic Porcelli, in light of the Vic for Vets Veterans Appreciation Month, we're continuing the theme with Mark Schmitz, father of Jared Schmidt.
Okay, Mark, go right ahead, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Ken, this reflection pool story won't go away.
Democrats are evil. The left is evil.
Boy, it's so evil. I mean, it's incredible how evil they are. With all the things for Americans to worry about, the reflecting pool is the hill they're going to die on.
Right.
You know? And they're throwing stuff in the pool. Wait till you hear I Heard It on the X and this guy's take on it. A correspondent on a panel on MS Now. It'll blow you away what he thinks and how little they prepare before they start this roundtable discussion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
He's known by many names.
We, the people are in charge. We are going to save our republic.
Nikki Two Shows. Schroer the Thrower. Twitter trolls love to hate him.
We love Vic Porcelli so much.
He's Nick Schroer, Missouri State Senator.
Good morning, State Senator. How are you?
I am rocking and rolling. Just excited to be back with you award-winning badasses.
It's all Ken. Telling you,
Nick.
The award should have Ken's name on it.
No.
So, Nick, I'm sorry I didn't give you this information before we started here. I probably should have, but I'm not really a professional. Still working on it here.
It makes two of us.
I would like to dig in deep into the rabbit hole on Amendment 4, because a lot of people are asking us, can you have somebody explain really what it is? First of all, why is it so confusing? Why are any referenda so confusing? Yeah. Why do they have to be confusing? It's so they hope that you'll vote the wrong way, I think. But anyway, Amendment 4, go.
Well, let's start there. Why is it so confusing? Because, when I was growing up, there was a story called Chicken Little. Or you could also use The Boy That Cried Wolf. Both of these stories had these guys that just kept lying about everything, and then finally we just stopped listening to them. That's what I'm urging most Missourians to do, is just stop listening to the Chicken Little. Stop listening to the party of no. Stop listening to everybody saying, oh, democracy is going to be torn into shreds. Well, look at this. Our republic is torn into shreds right now because the status quo during my time in the legislature, and you can even ask Tim Jones, who tried to change the initiative petition program previously, the status quo is allowing out-of-state millionaires, more usually, and I haven't seen one who sides with us, but more times than not, these out-of-state millionaires who hate our guts, who want to change Missouri from a deep red state to some liberal utopia like Chicago, Illinois, or California. And they're doing so by injecting millions and millions and millions of dollars. You can check the Missouri Ethics Commission's website to prove this. And they're doing so because their candidates aren't winning in the state of Missouri. So what are they doing? They're taking advantage of this initiative petition program or process that's allowing them to get signatures, put it on the ballot, lie to you like they have done year after year with the expansion of Obamacare, abortion on demand, increasing minimum wage, you name it. And once they do that, all they have to pass it is in St. Louis and Kansas City, and then it impacts everybody in northern Missouri, southern Missouri, mid-Missouri, and so on. So, the most recent one, Amendment 3, abortion on demand, was only passed in St. Louis City and Kansas City. And those are the areas that are liberal utopias. They're coming out in droves to support their abortion on demand. And what we're trying to do is basically this. Get the buy-in. It has to pass. It at least has to pass a majority of the voters coming out in all of the congressional districts. If it's going to be something that changes our Constitution, it should be pretty strict, like our federal Constitution is, like our U.S. Constitution is. Now, that doesn't change the process of passing a law, a statutory measure. And to me, if you have any questions about that, I can answer them. If not, I can keep going on.
Keep going.
So the biggest pushback that I'm hearing right now, and that's the brunt of it. That's the heart of the issue. If you want to pass a constitutional measure, it has to pass in all of the congressional districts. And that's, to me, I think common sense that it should. The biggest pushback we're getting is, well, wait a second. If you guys want to put something on the ballot, why is it so easy for you guys to put something on the ballot rather than going through the other process, the initiative petition process? Well, that's because of our Republican form of government. Our Republican form of government, we've already been vetted. You've already gone through a primary process, which we're going to experience in August, a general election process that we're experiencing in November. And then if you want to pass a bill, you got to go through the entire committee process of the Senate committees, going to the Senate floor, passing that vetting process, going over to the House, so on and so forth. So that's where it's already got a vetting process. And a lot of these issues that we've seen, the expansion of Obamacare, quote unquote, clean Missouri, that was allowing the only Democrat statewide candidate at the time to redraw the districts. Marijuana, from medical marijuana to recreational marijuana, all of these things were put on the ballot and passed in one way, shape, or form and had a variety of issues. And you know how hard it is to actually change these things? You got to go back to the ballot for it. So this is cleaning up a lot of the corruption in shredding our Constitution and shredding our rights and shredding our republic. I'm urging everyone to come out and vote yes on this, because we've already heard from Michael Bloomberg groups that, hey, We see how easy it is to change the Constitution and lie to the people. Remember, Amendment 3, it wasn't about abortion. It was about women's health care. This has nothing to do with abortion. And now it's abortion on demand and trans surgeries for kids without parental consent. They're coming after our guns. They've already told us that. The next thing that they're going to do is come after the Second Amendment. They're going to come after homeschoolers. They're going to come after all of these different vaccine exemptions that you have right now. If you're sending a kid to school, you have different exemptions that you have, medical exemptions, conscientious objections that you can say, look, I'm not getting my kid vaccinated, and you can still send them to school. They're coming after that as well, and that's why we need to change this initiative petition process, but also ban out-of-state money. If you're going to try to influence ballot initiatives in the state of Missouri, the money should only be coming from inside the state of Missouri, and that's where Amendment 4 is going to fix that too. And we're urging everyone, if you care about the future of Missouri, if you care about this republic that we live in, vote yes on Amendment 4.
Okay. So now I got a whole bunch of questions. So money from out of state has been legal up till now?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
What in the hell?
Not only out of state, but there's been millions of money that's been coming in from this Hans Wies guy out in Switzerland. George Soros, and look, I don't give him credit all the time, but the Post-Dispatch, the Kansas City Red Star, the Springfield News Leader, they've actually done stories on this whenever George Soros groups or this guy from Switzerland, all of this money coming from outside of the United States has been creeping in through dark money packs.
All right. Now, next question. Missouri is red state, right? Solid red. Everybody agree?
I think so.
So how can this not pass is what Vic says in his head. And then I said, well, maybe it's the messaging. I mean, if we're getting calls and we're getting notes from people saying, hey, what's the deal with this Amendment 4? Maybe the messaging isn't out there, Nick. Maybe there's not enough messaging. Maybe there's not enough spots on TV. I don't know. Honestly, the only Amendment 4 spots I see on TV are vote no.
Well, and then you see the money that's coming in currently.
That's the money.
Is coming from that's it. It's coming from out-of-state millionaires.
Wait. It's the money. We can't just let it go and say, well, it was the money. We didn't have the money.
No, I totally agree with both of you. But I'm saying there's part of your money. There's part of George Soros. When you give money to another station, you're giving money to the advertisers of George Soros. I'm just saying, George Soros is behind a lot of this crap.
This is one of the biggest reasons, and that's all verifiable, Ken. You can go look at the Missouri Ethics Commission and look at these PACs, these political action committees that are getting millions and millions of dollars year after year, passing these ballot initiatives, doing it so easy by just targeting St. Louis and Kansas City. And that's what we need to change because, look, these radical policies, things like gun control, taking away your Second Amendment, taking away your ability to send your kid to whatever school you want to, and even homeschool your kids, these radical changes that the left is proposing, they're filing bills on it. Those bills are going nowhere. Their candidates aren't winning. And what are they doing? They're saying, oh, there's a chink in the armor over here. Let's concentrate on pouring money like they have for the past 20 years. That's where you always get this pushback. You know, Republicans have had control for the past 20 years. Yeah, we haven't put anything on the ballot. Grassroots hasn't put anything on the ballot. It's these out-of-state millionaires that are changing our Constitution. And even though we're a red state, you're hamstringing us by putting into the Constitution that now we have to provide health care in a Democrat fashion, in a liberal fashion, to these kids, these 20-something-year-olds that are still living in mom's basement, able-bodied citizens. That was something that came in from out-of-state millionaires. Abortion on demand, trans surgeries on demand. We've just seen that the Supreme Court threw out every single law that was regulating abortion clinics. It's now all out in the open now where they can just police themselves. All of this can be stopped by coming out and protecting our constitutional rights. If you still want to have the ability to put a statutory measure on there and only pass it in St. Louis and Kansas City, so be it. But if you want to change our Constitution, there's no reason that anyone has given me that it should be this easy to change our Constitution, which has grown quadruple the size of the U.S. Constitution in not only 250 years, just a fraction of that time. And we got to pull our heads out of our rear. We have to stop listening to the party of no. We have to stop listening to the Chicken Littles that are saying, oh, well, Missouri is going to become California if we pass Amendment 4. No. We're actually protecting ourselves from becoming California, from becoming Illinois, by standing up, voting yes on Amendment 4, and saying, look, if you want to change our Constitution, you got to do more than just convince the liberals in St. Louis and Kansas City.
So I'm requesting permission from Ken and Nick to be a hypocrite here. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Why did somebody call Elon Musk?
I don't think Elon Musk really gives a damn about the initiative petition process in Missouri, and that's the biggest issue. There are a lot of big donors. There are a lot of hefty donors that'll put a little bit of money into it, but not to the point of this Hans Wiese guy and George Soros and Michael Bloomberg and all of these that want to fundamentally, as Barack Obama said, fundamentally change America. Unfortunately, we can't convince the heavy hitters in the Republican Party, heavy donors across America, to care about little old Missouri's initiative petition process. Why? Because it is such a unicorn. There are not many states. There are only a handful of states that have some form of an initiative petition process, and this is the weakest one that we have. Allowing these Democrats to take advantage of it has been negligence on all of the previous legislatures.
And Nick, I totally agree with you, but I think that George Soros has a couple of decades worth of time that he's been able to build an apparatus to get into each state and spend that kind of money. He's built this system that is incredible. Actually, it's a very good system for what they're trying to deceive this country with. But at the same time, George Soros and Elon Musk has thrown down the gauntlet with George Soros and said, okay, pal, we're going to do you in. We're done with you. And now honestly, I think he's starting to try and build that system.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he said now he's going to help Republican causes, but guess what? This is a big Republican cause.
It is, Vic, but I think that, George Soros has him with the system that he's built. You can't just go, okay, I'm going to give money here, here, and here. He has people that he gives doles money to, and they spread it out throughout the country. It's
here's
amazing.
Another problem. This is another problem, and we've seen it. The great thing about, the Freedom Caucus and Sunday nights, the State Freedom Caucus Unfiltered show, the problems that we have in the state of Missouri are the problems that the other 14, we've got 15 Freedom Caucuses now and growing, they all have the same problem. In these red states where Republicans are getting in their own way, there is one similar thing in all of these different states, and it's these Republicans that are truly Democrats. And here in the state of Missouri, we have proof that there are certain groups that claim to be the conservative watchdogs, but they're actually former registered Democrats that have come in here, have donated. You can all verify it on the Missouri Ethics Commission's website. They've donated to Democrats, but now they're sitting there like Chicken Little saying the sky is going to fall if we pass this conservative measure that we've been fighting for 20 years to get on the ballot. We finally did it. The Freedom Caucus was the one that said, guys, we're going to stand in the gap until you put initiative petition reform on the ballot. We filibustered to get it onto the ballot. It's finally there. And now you have these Chicken Little groups that are actually trans Republicans. They're Democrats masquerading and dressing up as Republicans, and unfortunately, some people believe it. Truly, they're trans Republicans, and that is who is becoming the cancer of the party in Missouri.
I'm just saying, Elon Musk has $1 trillion. Okay, George Soros doesn't have that kind of money.
No, he'll bury him.
So we should use Musk, and maybe he's talking about Republican candidates. Well, guess what, Elon? There's Republican conservative referenda that you need to help us with too.
He'll get the idea. Nick, you'll agree with me. You got to start at the school board and work your way up.
Amen.
All right,
I agree.
Nick. 6 to 8 o'clock, 6 to 7 o'clock now. Stand and
6
fight.
to 7, stand and fight. 7 to 8, State Freedom Caucus Unfiltered. Vote yes on 4. Get your asses out there and educate your friends.
Hey, you watch your language. I'll do the cursing around here.
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
Nick, thank you so much, baby.
God bless you all. Have a great week.
Hey, God bless you, Senator. We'll see you, buddy. I love the fight, man. I love the fight.
People in mid-Missouri, and you heard him say it, they go to St. Louis. They go to Kansas City,
Yeah.
Where's the message? Where's the messaging in St. Louis and Kansas City? Forget rural mid-Missouri.
Damn, you did that one.
That's practicing. Every now and then we go, rural. All right, please don't miss I Heard It on the X. It's next.
Follow us on Rumble at NewstalkSTL. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
We haven't been able to communicate it in a way that is, let me say another way. Turbocharge.
On NewstalkSTL.
to have you back, Kenny.
Good to be back, Vic.
You know, if somebody just turned on the radio now and they heard all that, they know that Kenny's back.
Whoosh.
Is this Shaft?
It is.
Huh. Because you know they say that Kenny Williams is a bad mouth.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about Kenny Williams. I got to shorten that somehow. All right, listen. 24 hours a day. If you're out, right, out with your friends, maybe go to a concert or out doing whatever it is you do, and then it gets to be midnight, 1 o'clock, and it's like, oh, I'm starving. What can we do? Nothing's open now. Oh, yeah? Well, Gingham's Homestyle Restaurant is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner served all day. I love breakfast food. Do you like breakfast food?
Love it at night.
Right. AM and the PM.
I love it all the time. Eggs I can eat 7 days a week, honestly.
Yeah, eggs are magic food, too. They're really good for you.
Yeah.
Gingham's has been in operation for 35 years. They have great daily specials, great loyalty rewards program, and they have menu items like fried chicken, whole bone catfish, country fried steak, or pot roast. Now, if you want one of those at breakfast time, go right ahead. You go, girls, and guys. Items that are known they're known for are house salad, pancakes made from scratch. God, I love that. And pies and desserts. So you can join the wait list by going on to Yelp or at their website, ginghamsrestaurant.com. That's Gingham's Homestyle Restaurant, located on Highway 94, just south of Highway 70.
Hi, Sandy. What's that?
I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot.
What's 4?
Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot.
Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas?
Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it.
That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot?
The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support.
Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians.
Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4.
Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
Is your retirement income at risk if you or your spouse needs nursing home or in-home care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money, Saturday mornings at 9 on NewstalkSTL 1019. The cost of long-term care is one of the biggest risks in retirement planning. For many retirees, a single nursing home stay can cause a significant reduction in assets that can permanently reduce your retirement income. Fortunately, there are affordable and flexible options available today that can help you manage the cost of long-term care. Our team can help you address the risks relevant to your retirement, including long-term care. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
What happens next?
The War Department is prepared to set the terms.
Happens right here.
To ensure that we get the kind of deal President Trump expects.
1019 and 94.1.
St. Louis is #1 for conservative talk.
News Talk STL.
Whoosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hey, look. You're listening to Vic Porcelli. Excuse me, Vic Porcelli. Hold on, I guess. Hold on. I'm serious. Listening to Vic Porcelli. Vic, it's Vic's show. He's on a porch on 1019, 94.1. Newstalk, St. Louis. All right.
It's Tom Shalhoub, who's in town this weekend, by the way. Is he coming by?
I don't know.
Did Ron get in touch with you?
I will have to find out. I'll have to look.
Love Tom Shalhoub. All right, so I don't know why I bitch about this constantly, but where did we go wrong to even come up with a concept of letting non-citizens vote in our elections.
Yeah.
When did we lose control of that?
I don't know. I think it was, again, one of those honor system things. Up until now, within the last 20 years, it's always been an honor system thing. No, it can't be that anymore. People are too devious on the left. They're going to take advantage of it, as they are.
So in Los Angeles, they're fighting like hell to get non-citizens to vote. And is it Mike Tomczak?
Yeah.
Mike Tomczak's going to talk to us about that.
Jack?
Tomczak? Oh, it is Tomczak, or Jack. No, it's Jack. We'll talk to him.
Jack
coming up.
Tomczak.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
We'll do that in a little bit. Right now, though, it's time for I Heard It on the X.
Anywhere, y'all. Everywhere, y'all. I heard it on the X.
I think the big story still, for some baffling reason, is the reflecting pool at the mall, at the National Mall. Because of all the things for the left, for all the hills for the left to die on, it's the reflecting pool, really?
It's part of the resist movement, Vic. And if you vote Democrats in this fall, what you're going to get are more slicing up of our money and then putting algae back into the water. That's what you'll get from the Democrat Party, nothing more.
Does anyone prepare before they do anything or say anything? Okay. Now you got people in dinosaur costumes. Algae, woohoo, we love algae. And they didn't prepare at all, because there's a story on CNN from the year 2012 about the reflecting pool on how it's covered with algae.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
So why aren't we saying that? Not you and me. Why? It's all about messaging, And if you don't get the message out, if you don't prepare, you're going to lose.
I think it's like an analogy to the message that President Trump wants to deliver to the American people. He tried to clean it up, and then because it was so dirty, Vic, you couldn't step in it. Yeah, it was almost like a disease-ridden, feces-ridden thing that you could not step in or you get sick, and he fixed it. And now the Democrats are back to destroy it again. This is the message that I want people to see.
You know what we should be saying? That's why we can't have nice things, right?
Why? Because of the Democrats?
Yeah, we're saying we can with the pool. We can't have nice things because you guys are screwing it up and blaming it on us. All right, let's get back to where we're at here. This is going to blow you away. This is cut number 5. A guy named Cornell Belcher is on a panel on MS Now, and talk about not preparing for anything. Listen to this.
I'm sorry for these National Guards who should be home with their families and their friends, and they're still here as a part of Trump's political game that he's playing because they don't need to be here. But we're seeing this decriminalization and the slippery slope to authoritarianism. But this is what it looks like, right? Like all of a sudden, something that you played in, something that when I came to visit Washington, I also splashed around in, all of a sudden that's a crime. And so we're going to have a kid who's splashing around in a pool in Washington, D.C., like thousands of kids do all the time, where we're going to put them in handcuffs? Like that's, to me, is the ultimate sort of symbol of how this country has fallen into disrepair and authoritarianism.
Okay, now one may be an example of not preparing. The other may be flat out lying. Is he saying he used to splash around in the reflecting pool? Is that what he's saying?
That's what I read. That's what I heard.
And now kids can't splash around in the pool because it's against the law.
Okay, I looked it up on ChatGPT when you gave me this last night. Here's what it says. I asked the question, are people allowed to swim in the reflecting pool in Washington, D.C.? No, people are not allowed to swim, wade, or even put their feet into the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. The pool is managed by the National Park Service is intended as a memorial feature and place of reflection, not a recreational swimming area. It's disrespectful.
So this guy lied that he did, and then he's ignorant to the rule that it's against the law to even put your feet in the reflecting pool, much less pour in algae and chemicals so it looks bad, just so Donald Trump looks bad.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
The aggregator AI here just now said exactly what it's been since it's been there.
Right. 1924, I think. Yeah. All right, let's do a little sports. Want to do a little sports?
Yeah.
Audio number 4, Ken?
All right.
The Major League Baseball has backed down and declines to fine the Giants players after they wore Bible verses on Pride nights on the Pride caps. The players were neither fined nor disciplined, nor will they ever be. And that's what it says in a letter to Josh Hawley from MLB. And they admit they screwed up.
Ball caps have become a big controversy. The Department of Justice now investigating Major League Baseball for potential religious discrimination. The league recently warned several San Francisco Giants players against expressing their Christian faith after they wrote Bible verses on their Pride Night caps. In a letter to Commissioner Rob Manfred, the department's Civil Rights Division writes, quote, "The Trump administration is committed to combating religious discrimination. I have referred this matter to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for further investigation." Some athletes ripping the league.
This is what we're worried about right here. Major League Baseball players wearing a hat with a Bible verse on it. That's what we worry about in $1 billion industry. Major League Baseball, you can suck it.
Whoa.
I feel like it would be similar to saying everybody should have to wear a cross on their jersey, but I would never expect that with my teammates that don't believe the same thing. At the end of the day, I think I would literally just feel like, why is this in sport?
Now, listen.
Okay, Clay Travis with this. MLB has a real mess here. It's not 2020 anymore.
Right. So, Major League Baseball, you have to wear the required uniform, right?
Yes.
So, they didn't like the guy putting the Bible verse, the Genesis verse on the hats, but the LGBT symbol is also not the required uniform.
No, it's not at all.
So, they're doing it, but they don't want the guys to do it. Because it's God. Something bad about God in this country.
The MLB took such a hit on this that they backed off, way off.
Ken, how long is number 6? Because I did this one especially for you.
Oh,
this is all for you, Ken.
Thanks, Vic. It's about 55 seconds.
Good. Matrix. I didn't mention who did the other ones, did I? Western Lens Man and Eric Doherty. Matrix Mysteries says, quoting Greg Abbott, governor of Texas, they're building an entire city with no permits.
Well, in part by that statement, but also in part by information that we've gathered, there appear to be multiple violations that have taken place here. One is information has been provided to investors that appears to be misleading. Another is they appear to be in violation of fair housing laws. Also, we found that, they talk about doing all this building, but they don't have any building permits to actually do any building, and they have challenges even getting those building permits. Believe this or not, we've even received information that they may have been conducting a funeral home without legal authority. Bottom line, Laura, is that there so many questions arose, especially information that we received, that led us to need to call the elite Texas Rangers to conduct a criminal investigation to find out if criminal laws in Texas have been violated.
This is the epic Sharia law people.
Yes. They're going in, they're closing their walls up to everyone, including our government. This is proof right here. And they're building things to create a community that will grow throughout this country.
Yep.
Mark my words, and we've got other audio later today to talk about it.
I picked that out just for you.
I appreciate it, Vic.
Fan Trump Army. Kaylee Bush lost her Miss North Florida crown, like a beauty pageant, for saying that men cannot become women. Bush spoke after her crown was revoked. I didn't lose my crown because I broke a rule. I lost the crown because I was unwilling to rewrite the truth. Good girl. I'm sorry you lost your crown. Okay. Watched the little WNBA last night. The Fever needed a win, a big-time win, and they got it. But there was bedlam, chaos. Mayhem. How long is it?
Minute.
Is that too long?
Let's go.
Okay. The WNBA basically hates Caitlin Clark. Okay, that's the deal. Alyssa Thomas, who plays for the Mercury, tried to elbow Caitlin in the face, and the refs called a foul on Caitlin.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, to win the jump, Thomas coming to take a look at.
Oh,
yeah, that's
saw
not
the
gonna
elbow extend from behind.
Oh,
that's not going to get overturned, I don't think.
Oh.
The illegal contact is
is initiated by Caitlin Clark. She comes across the arm, into the body and hip of Thomas. The result of the play will be 2 free throws because of the defensive foul, and we're in the penalty.
So the original thing was, I can get it straight. It was against the other person.
Alyssa Thomas, yes.
Okay, and then they saw it, and they were like, "Oh, that's not going to get overturned because she tried to hit Caitlin Clark in
That's
the face."
the announcers.
Yeah.
And then the ref is who you heard at the end there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how much they hate Caitlin Clark, and I just don't understand why. So later on, another girl on the Fever who I really like, she started to get into it with Dewana Bonner, okay, who was on the Fever last year, and she couldn't take it. So much racism. So she left the team. She starts going at it with this girl on the Fever, and Sophie Cunningham stepped in. And Dewana Bonner pointed at Sophie, and Sophie just pointed back at her, wouldn't stop pointing, didn't say a word, no words, total intimidation, just pointing until the security people had to bring her back to the bench. That's how intense it got.
Wow.
And this is why I love Sophie.
I may have to watch it.
I'm telling you, it's great. And Sophie Cunningham is Caitlin Clark's enforcer. Not just Caitlin Clark, a Fever enforcer. You want to mess with somebody on my team, you're going to pay for it. And before we go, just one quick thing that I thought of last night. I'm watching the game, and it's going to commercial, and I was like, this is kind of amusing. Here's a league with mostly lesbian women playing, and it's all sponsored by dicks.
Oh!
Anywhere, y'all. Everywhere, y'all. I heard it on the X.
I only say that because I don't see them going camping or, you know?
Yeah, that Sporting Good company, they're on it, though, I'll tell you.
I said to Jessica, this league is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Huh.
And they're all lesbians.
Wow.
That's all. Nothing connecting the two.
Well, no.
All right. Tomczak. Is that it? Did I get it right? Tomczak on voting fraud. Next.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. The Vic Porcelli Show.
How dare you?
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. Columbo and Company.
Ilhan Omar's net worth just changed dramatically again. It almost feels made up. We'll dig into it Tuesday. Plus, Susie Moore, Justin Sparks, and the return of Crane Durham.
Live and local weekdays at 2 on News Talk STL.
Hey, it's Susie Moore with a reminder that for 20 years, Harpo's Chesterfield has been the heart of West County's fun. With their award-winning patio, voted best in West County, and excellent sports bar atmosphere, Harpo's is your one-stop destination. The mouth-watering menu has made them famous throughout St. Louis. Plus, they've got great drink specials and the friendliest, most energetic staff around. Whether you're dining in or carrying out, Harpo's delivers fun, food, and drinks like no one else. Harpo's Chesterfield. Call 636-537-1970 or visit harposstl.com.
News Talk STL is turning 5, and you're invited to the party. Join us Friday night, June 26th at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville for a totally rad celebration with the Retro Nerds, St. Louis's favorite 80s tribute band. Live on the outside stage from 7 to 10. It's an all-ages show, so bring the whole family and stop by and see us at the News Talk STL Pavilion right near the stage. Frankie Martin's Garden, the place for and about community in Cottleville. Details at frankiemartinsgarden.com.
Life's legal challenges deserve experienced representation. For over 15 years, Cole Combs Attorney at Law has been serving St. Charles and surrounding counties with comprehensive legal expertise. From tax preparation and estate planning to family law and criminal defense, Cole delivers personalized solutions for your unique situation. We have traffic tickets, need a business formation, real estate matters, one call will handle it all. Cole O. Combs Attorney at Law. Call 636-949-0010 extension 3 today or visit colecombs-law.com.
1 in 4 women will have an abortion before the age of 45 in this country. That's the tragedy we must work to stop. Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show here, and that is why Reach Reproductive Health is here, to empower parents to save the lives of innocent children and to see these families come to Christ. And you can be a part of saving and changing lives. So pray and visit outreachforlife.org to learn more, volunteer, and donate. That's outreachforlife.org.
Looking for a hardware store that treats you like family?
Welcome to True Value Schneider's Hardware, your local gem in Old Town St. Peters. For over 100 years, we're proudly serve you St. Charles County, providing everything from lawn and garden supplies to plumbing and electrical. Need a bolt or fastener? We've got you covered. And don't forget, we're a steel dealership. Whether you need sales, parts, or service, ask for Charlie or Jerry when you come in. We're here to help. Call 636-278-4461 or visit us online at truevalue.com/Schneiders.
Tim Jones here for Comprehensive Chiropractic in Eureka, the premier chiropractic and sports performance facility in the region. They've helped me recover from day-to-day aches and pains for years. And here's something special, personal training programs. Whether you're an athlete committed to increasing performance, recovering from an injury, or just want to get healthier and lose weight, their personal training programs will help you reach your goals and stay there. Comprehensive Chiropractic in Eureka, online at cchiropractic.com. That's cchiropractic.com.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit connorroofing.com. That's CONNER roofing.com. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
I'm Newt Gingrich, and you're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show on NewstalkSTL.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, very much. Super Patriot Ted Nugent, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's not waste any more time or stop screwing around, Ken.
You better.
Los Angeles. I can't even. All right. First of all, let's introduce our guest, Jack Tomczak. Did I say that right, Jack?
Yes, sir.
For Americans for Citizen Voting. I asked Ken this. We batted it around a little bit, and we couldn't pin it down to when did it start that people would even have the nerve to say maybe people who aren't citizens can vote. When did that happen? When did we lose control of our country?
It may surprise, well, it will surprise you to learn this, but prior to 1926, non-citizen voting was very common in the United States on the local, state, and national level.
Legally?
Because the country was trying to attract settlers, and states were trying to attract settlers and competing with other states, and the folks who were coming to live here who weren't citizens, their plan was to become citizens and settle down and stay here forever. So it was very common in the first half of our country. Not so much in the latter half, but there are 24 cities across 4 states, including Washington, D.C., that have municipal non-citizen voting today.
Well, I think that's where the problem is right there, Jack, because 24 cities, I didn't know this. Ken, did you know that non-citizens could vote before 1926?
No, I did not.
I mean, we're not talking about we're not talking about the Wild West here. Babe Ruth was hitting home runs for the Yankees in 1926.
And I get it back then, Jack, but I thought we would have changed that
right.
by now.
It's messaging. The theory and today's show is brought to you by messaging because we're terrible at messaging. I'm sorry, Jack, I interrupted you. Go right ahead.
Well, what's even more interesting is that the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, the part that determines who is eligible to vote in federal elections, has not changed since 1926 when non-citizen voting was common. And Americans for Citizen Voting, one of the things that we were trying to do, the big thing we're trying to do right now, is to change the Constitution. Because right now, the U.S. Constitution says that when as far as who is eligible to vote for the House and Senate and Congress, it says that whoever a state lets vote for your state's most numerous legislative body, so your state house, those people are also eligible to vote for Congress. So if a state like California decides to let non-citizens vote for their state legislature, then those people automatically are eligible to vote for members of Congress. So we're trying to amend the U.S. Constitution to sever that tie. So when California does something nutty, like let non-citizens vote in their state elections, it doesn't impact the rest of us and Congress. So something does need to be done, and we're the ones doing it.
Well, thank you. But here's the thing.
You're welcome.
Jack, when you start, I don't know how long you've worked for Americans for Citizen Voting. I want to know from you, when did you find out about this? Like, I just found out about it now. I'm today years old when I knew that fact. When did you learn that you could vote prior to 1926 in elections if you're not a citizen? And what was your reaction when you saw it and heard it?
So I learned this last summer. Like the work that Americans for Citizen Voting has been doing up until now has been trying to amend state constitutions to stop cities like Los Angeles from legalizing non-citizen voting. When it comes to federal elections, I assumed what everybody assumes, that in the Constitution somewhere it must say you've got to be a citizen to vote. And I learned last summer that it doesn't. Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution and the 17th Amendment, which lay out this connection between state legislatures and Congress, I didn't know that existed. So this is every interview I do, every person I talk to, this is the first time they're hearing it.
We're talking
it's true. And there's lawyers on the left and lawyers on the right, big name people who have studied this and say the same thing.
We're talking to Jack Tomczak. He's with Americans for Citizen Voting. And Jack, I mean, for the last 5 years with the Biden administration, okay, they've been deviously so good about this. This is what the Democrats do. They allowed all these people in. 20+ million illegals come in, and they knew that eventually they were going to be able to get them to vote locally, and that's where it all starts, on the local level.
That's right. And like there's nothing we can do about Los Angeles. If Californians want to stop Los Angeles from legalizing non-citizen voting, they're going to have to amend their state constitution to do that, to make it an only citizen voting state. But when it comes to California legalizing non-citizen voting in federal elections, that's something we can change. That's something we can do something about. And the only way to fix it is by amending the U.S. Constitution. There's no state statute that prevent this automatic eligibility, and there's no federal statute can do that because the U.S. Constitution lays out the rules. So that's what we have to change.
So changing the U.S. Constitution is a tough thing to do, isn't it, Jack?
That's what they've been telling us. You need a 2/3 majority in the House and the Senate, and then it needs to be ratified by 3/4 of the states. Now, I don't know if you've paid attention to Congress lately, but the Democrats and Republicans don't agree on much. And for this amendment to get 2/3 majority in the House, we need every Republican to vote for it and 70 Democrats, which sounds like a lot. But last summer, there was a bill to get rid of the non-citizen voting in Washington, D.C., and all the Republicans voted for it, but so did 56 Democrats. So we're hoping once the bill, which is House Joint Resolution 152, gets to the floor, we can pick up those 56 Democrats and at least 14 more. So we need the bill to get, once we get a floor vote, because a lot of Democrats say, we're not for non-citizen voting. Well, we need the Republicans to get this on the floor so we can give those Democrats an opportunity to put their money where their mouths are.
Not only that, but the Democrat Party has lurched so far left, they're socialists now. I mean, this whole thing really lays in their lap, and it's a positive for the Democrat Party. And I still believe, I know I'm being cynical here, but this has been their plan for the last 15 years or so. They have been planning this whole thing where they start local, very local, hyper-local, and now these people that were council people, they're actually running the U.S. government.
Yeah, and you're dead on, and a good catch on the lurch to the left. There are a lot of Democrats who don't want the Democrat Party to continue their march towards socialism. Rahm Emanuel, he's been talking a lot about how the Democrats have lost their way, and this issue, which has 90% support among the American people, regardless of party or ideology or gender or race. 90% of the American people think only U.S. citizens should be voting. So if there are Democrats who want to bring their party a step back from the brink, this is an excellent issue and an excellent bill to start with. All
right, lots too much to talk about in one segment, Jack. We're going to have you back. And
yeah,
you know, I couldn't get past the fact that I didn't know this. Americans for Citizens Voting. You got a website there?
We do. You can go to uscva.org, uscva.org, to learn more about the U.S. Citizen Voting Amendment.
Well, and also, Jack, you're on X right now, and I friended you. If you could follow me, I'd be great.
If you could follow me too, Jack. Don't just follow him and don't follow me, okay?
Yeah, that's the hardest way to get followers on Twitter, is to interview every single person and ask them. But I'll do it.
Whatever. I don't need your follow. Jack, thanks so much. We got to have you on again and talk about this before our elections here in August.
Yeah.
Anytime. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Jack Tomczak.
He's on it. You know, you get people like him, Scott Pressler.
Wait a minute. Don't you feel stupid?
Yeah.
I feel so stupid right now, Ken.
Well, smarter than I was.
Yeah, but how stupid I was up to the point where I learned that non-citizens can actually vote. Where has the messaging been from the Republican Party on this issue? Where?
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like they're sitting it out.
It's not like It's not like I turn on the news once a week or once a month, or never have I heard this, and I don't think it's my fault.
I don't think so either.
I think it's your fault.
It's messaging.
It's your fault.
It's yours.
I know. Our big party is this Friday. We're going to give you all the details on that coming up next on News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Whoosh. Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
No paint, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales. And voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. Taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, they'll get hit even harder, but our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Taxation.
The Herzog Foundation is the vision of its founder, Stanley Herzog, and it exists to promote quality Christ-centered K-12 education nationwide.
Hi, this is Chris Stegall with the Herzog Foundation. We offer a wide variety of resources relevant to today's families, including a free online publication called The Lion. The lion is one of God's most majestic creatures, symbolizing strength and courage. Named for its attributes, the Lion publication carries articles covering a wide range of topics facing American families and culture, especially related to the education of children. The Lion can be found online at readlion.com. That's READ lion.com.
Sign up for The Lion at readlion.com and find dozens of must-read articles published every day. Visit readlion.com and subscribe for the weekly and daily digests so you never miss an article. Readlion.com. That's readlion.com.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason.
He went to Switzerland to launch U.S. negotiations with Iran. Vice President Vance says the talks got off to a good start and will continue, even though he is now back home in the U.S.
We left a lot of our team. The Iranians left a lot of their team at the resort there to keep on working at it. So all in all, a very productive 36 hours. We're going to have to keep working.
Among other things, Iran agrees to allow international nuclear inspectors back into the country. Those inspectors would work in accordance with guidelines laid out by the U.S. Many years ago, the Iranians kicked all inspectors out of the country. The Treasury Department now allowing the Iranians to sell oil on the international market, that for a period of 2 months. Most of the $80 billion the Trump administration is seeking from Congress would pay for the cost of the Iran war. Following Senate action, the House could take a vote today on legislation aimed at helping more people live the American dream.
The U.S. Senate has passed a bipartisan housing bill that aims to bring down home prices and increase supply.
On this vote, the yeas are 85 and the nays are 5. The motion to concur is agreed to.
The vote represents one of the most sweeping efforts in recent decades to reduce federal regulations for housing and expand local control. The legislation bans corporate investors from buying single-family homes. The House is expected to give the bill final approval later this week and send it to President Donald Trump, who has signaled his support. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
The heat, intense heat, is on in France and some other European countries. They're in the grip of a punishing, potentially deadly heat wave. It is expected to persist at least through Friday. Wall Street managing to take back some of what it lost at the opening bell this morning. The Dow is now up 59 points, but the NASDAQ is 377 points lower. More on these stories, townhall.com.
There's a moment nobody talks about with weight loss. It's the moment it stops working. The diet that worked before doesn't. Eating less stops moving the scale. That's not random. When your body's under stress, it slows your metabolism. That's why quick fixes eventually fail. At PhD Weight Loss, they focus on restoring your metabolism. And right now, when you call and mention Mike G, you'll get 2 free weeks and they'll pay for the cost of your food. Call 864-644-1900. That's 864-644-1900 or visit myphdweightloss.com.
Hi, this is Rhett Rasmussen of BestHotGrill.com. We make the amazing Solaire infrared gas grills that are built to last and will consistently deliver better than restaurant grilled food. The Solaire infrared burner heats up to 1,000 degrees in just 3 minutes, even in the dead of winter. The high heat locks in the juices and flavor and grills food faster. Learn more about these fantastic USA-made grills at BestHotGrill.com. Solaire, hot, fast grills at BestHotGrill.com.
This hour of News Talk STL brought to you by Window World of St. Louis. For replacement windows, doors, and siding, call 800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 800-GET-WINDOWS. From the News Talk STL Weather Center.
Sunshine is back today with high pressure in control and low humidity into the afternoon. This one is going to be a keeper, up to about 83 for the high with a light breeze out of the northeast. Partly cloudy and dry tonight, down to 65. And then I have rain chances coming back tomorrow. I think we'll squeeze in a dry morning commute, but then scattered showers and thunderstorms from midday Wednesday into the afternoon. On and off rain chances continue all the way into Saturday, too. From the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Matt Chambers.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Sounds like he was making fun of us. Think Jack Tomczak was making fun of us?
No. I think he was having fun with us, actually.
Okay.
And I like that.
Ken was like, hey, I followed you on Twitter. Can you follow me back? And I said, yeah, can you follow me back too? Okay. How you get a lot of followers? Just ask all your guests to follow you?
I love it. I love that. It sounded like us.
All right, Vic Favette's coming up at 10:25. Drew Thomas Allen at the end of the hour right now. Ken, hey, Ken.
What, Vic?
I got something to tell you.
All right.
We just got a letter.
Oh.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from?
Well, since you ask, it's from Neil Westhoff.
Hey, Neil.
Hi, Neil. And it says, Vic and Ken, I was hoping to be able to come celebrate your 5-year anniversary for the station this coming Friday, but I have committed to something else and can't get out of it. The hell with that. This is our party. Right, Ken?
No.
Oh. For many years, I was proud to call myself a ditto head, listening to Rush Limbaugh. Bless your heart, so did I.
Me too.
Rush was the highlight of my day. The information that I received from his wisdom and his irreverent humor was very entertaining and very enlightening. After his passing, there was a void for me in daytime radio. But you guys have filled the void.
Oh, man.
I know. You're no Rush, Vic. I get it. I've heard that once or twice. Your patriotism, humor, ability to laugh at yourself, and your courage to speak the truth is the closest thing I have found to the Rush Limbaugh Show on radio. Oh, my God. We're gonna
frame that.
Frame it, put it on the wall. As I still remain a ditto head at heart, I am also a Vic head. God bless you guys, and whoosh, my brothers.
Whoosh.
Neil Westhoff. That's it. We just got a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
That was a really nice letter from Neil.
Very. And if you want to send us a letter, send it to me, Ken, at NewstalkSTL.com, and we'll take care of you.
And if you're not going to say really nice things about us like Neil did, don't bother sending it.
No, send it anyway.
Send it anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. What if they don't like the show?
Well, send it.
Send it anyway. So I get pushed around here in the studio. So, Ken, I'm amazed sometimes. Not amazed, because I know you're smart. And
thanks, Vic.
You've been talking about Islam since we started the show 5 years ago. And you taught me stuff I didn't know. It's like Enlightenment Day for me today, you know, with the non-citizens can vote thing. And now what's going on with, we heard Governor Abbott, we'll maybe we'll play that again. These epic cities are being built. No permits, no authorization, no laws, really, because Sharia law is not a law. It's just permission to beat your wife. And
yeah, Sharia is something that's completely incompatible with our Constitution. It really is. It just is. You can't, some things you can maybe modify or compromise or move. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This cannot be done.
So while somebody's listening to you say that, Ken, and saying, Ken, you don't know what you're talking about. Sharia law is fine. If we only had some audio from an Iranian American who escaped Sharia law, if we only had audio that would explain.
Well, Vic,
what?
Just so happened.
No way.
We do.
Right.
This is an Iranian who escaped Sharia.
My name is Edwin Segoli. I am a Sharia law survivor, was born in Iran. And I'm here to tell you everything that you're doing here has been done in UK and Canada. You have no idea where this halal money is going to, how they're funding these mosques, and what kind of a hell is coming towards your country right now. It's 2026. I escaped that hell years ago, and I'm seeing the same thing happening over here in the United States. You have no idea. There's 3 levels of Sharia law that is happening. Right now, it's level 1. They come in peace. They come and tell you, we just want rights. We want to be part of it. Level 2 is what's happening in UK right now. You have 2-tier policing. You have cops who are working with Muslims right now. You have Sharia law courts over there. Now they're pushing blasphemy laws over there. And one of them is called M103. It's in Canada. People are being jailed. People are being raped in the United States, and nobody's doing anything about that because these Muslims are protected.
And that's the thing right now. They say, and we talked about this at least 3 years ago, maybe longer, where they come in, they're refugees, they're downtrodden. Please help us. All we are is a small group of people that just want help, and we want to be a part of your great nation. They come in, and it's takia, the thing that I talk about all the time that they talk about.
Yeah, we're going to hear about that in a second. I just want to say something that I heard in that clip. He mentioned police officers. Is he talking about American police officers, or is he talking about police officers who may be Islamic?
Well, it could be a little both, because what sometimes the police officer will get hamstringed. He'll have his hands tied because they play this the Constitution and our laws against us. I mean, they're very good at it. They've realized that military action, it's not working.
We're talking about American cops, Texas-born, yeehaw, wearing cowboy, riding cow, rustling.
It doesn't matter. Vic, if the laws are against us, if our own laws are against us and they're using them against us, there's nothing a police officer can do. He says, I have to follow the law. Until the law's changed, I have to follow laws.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Because that's the law? That's the law?
Well, yeah, they're using the Constitution and the law against us. That's the way I look at it.
Oh, my God, I can't do this anymore, Ken.
No, you can't.
Nope, can't.
No, you can't.
Okay, let's hear number 3 then, talking about Takia, the lion.
Level 3 is what happened to my country, Iran. The hell I lived under. The apostasy laws, blasphemy laws, the hangings. These people do not change. They use Takia to come to your country, lie to every single one of you, and tell you they're different. They're not. Even in Florida, if you look at any of these mosques, they're pushing infidels. They're saying we want to kill infidels. We want to take over their lands. They're openly calling this out. Go to X and watch any of them straight up talking about this. And people like you I love America. I love America. Like right now, when I was in Iran living in that hellhole under Islam, I was praying to God to come to this country one day and live freely. And this shit is happening. I'm so sorry, but I'm like crying.
That's your time.
Now, something we should have mentioned. This is at a school board meeting, and there was a kid that I believe that Islamists put up to this. He was standing there, and he was almost acting like he was crying, but no tears. But he was saying, I often find myself not being able to have to eat alone because I can't eat halal food. They don't serve halal food, so halal is something that I guess that's authorized in the Islam religion. It's a type of food that is blessed or something like that. I don't know. So that's what they were trying to do, is to get halal foods paid for in schools in Texas. And this man came up and said, you're starting here at the school board meeting with this, but it's only going to get worse. It's only going to grow from here. Listen to me when I tell you this. This is how it all starts right here.
We've said a million times it all starts at the school board level and works its way up to federal.
It does.
So I think this is a bad week for Democrats. I really do. When you hear people like this talk. And right now, every day so far since the World Cup has started, I don't know about every news outlet. The news outlets that I watch, which are conservative-leaning news sites and shows and networks, are talking about how foreigners are coming to this country and telling us how great our country is.
I saw that one time on the Today Show. Since then, never.
Because they don't want that. They don't want you to hear that this is a great country while President Trump is in office. That can't be. And these people, and these Nordic guys, wherever they're from Norway, I think we talked about this. They got on an escalator, and they were like rowing like the Vikings. Did you see that? On the up escalator?
No, I heard about it.
Going, whoa! And then they had, and you're going to love this, they had at least 1,000 or more in Times Square, all sitting down, doing the rowing like the Vikings did. And I said to Jess, no room for a call to prayer there today, is there?
No, exactly right.
So all these people come to this country. Ken, did we talk about this when the guy that went to Buc-ee's? I don't think we did.
Oh, maybe not. This was great.
British guy goes to Buc-ee's, and the first thing he says before he walks in his, like, it wasn't truly a British accent. It was almost like an Irish kind of thing. They got 120 pumps, 120 gas pumps. How many people need gas? And then he went in and got a sandwich, and he was like, he couldn't even fit it in his mouth. That's how big the sandwich was. And he's like, America's great.
And then he went to the meat section, and that blew his mind. He said, I have never seen so much meat in one place in my life.
He was holding I guess it was ground beef. Was it ground beef?
No.
What was it?
It was rotisserie chicken.
No.
Yeah.
It was a long tube.
Oh, that was a different spot.
I think that was ground beef.
Yeah.
That was 3 feet long.
Yeah.
He's like, well, how am I going to eat all this? And I don't know about the chicken. Tell me about the chicken.
Yeah. The rotisserie chicken, you know how, I guess.
We love them.
Yeah, man. When you're in a pinch.
Joe's Seasoning at Dearborn. Oh, my God, it's the best.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so he's standing, he goes, this is a fully cooked chicken. I'm holding a chicken fully cooked for only $5. I eat it every day.
He must have to go catch and kill his own chickens where he comes from.
I don't know, but it was so awesome to see these people loving on our country. I just think it's fantastic. There was a guy, they also have some funny ones. I can't do it right, but there was a guy from Boston. He said, I just want you all to know, and it was in an Irish accent, just want you all to know that the Scottish are here, and they drank all the beer.
Yeah, all the beer in the bar.
All the beer's gone.
All was gone. And then the guy got up on the bar, they started saying, take me home, country road. Oh, my God, it was just so great. All right, should we hear some of this, Ken? This is FBI Director Kash Patel talking about healthcare fraud takedowns.
And the Turkish government. Mr. Hilmi was arrested after perpetrating a multi-billion-dollar fraud in Turkey, apprehended and transferred back to the United States of America while he faced prosecution. I also want to highlight the Vice President's brilliant idea to put together a most wanted fraudsters list. The FBI has always had our top 10 most wanted fugitive list. But in 2 weeks ago, I think we were all in Ohio where we announced our most wanted fraudsters list. And in just the last 2 weeks, thanks to the help of the American people and the world, we have apprehended 2 of the most wanted fraudsters already. One of those individuals, Herbert Leon Kimball, was apprehended in the Philippines. He's an American citizen. He had been bilking, allegedly, the system against Medicaid for billions of dollars since 2014, $1.2 billion in telemedicine specifically alone. That individual was apprehended in the Philippines and transported back to the United States of America, where he will now face justice. This is the reach of the United States government. This is the reach of this team, the interagency and state and local partners focused on one mission and one mission alone: to combat fraud and make sure the American public's precious taxpayer dollars go where they're supposed to go, to the American people that need them the most, and not to these criminals who are stealing from us day in and day out. Those days are over, and this should showcase to the world the length that we will go as an interagency and as a task force to apprehend and arrest and bring to justice anyone who steals our dollars that are meant for our most vulnerable citizens.
Okay, that is FBI Director Kash Patel. You know, Medicaid fraud, we've been talking about this for 5 years too. Social Security disability insurance fraud.
This is the whole thing where we were saying it has to do with the honor system, sort of over the years, saying that the government, the states would say, oh, you need it, SNAP, you need this type of care. Okay, well, then we trust that you need it, so here you go. It should never be like that anymore, because guess what, Vic? All this fraud is almost like all the trillions that we owe. It could probably pay for that. I mean, it started with Nick Shirley. I was stunned when I found out how many people in just Minneapolis alone had child care leering centers.
Remember, well, you live, you lear.
Yeah.
Remember the red flag laws when it came to guns?
Yeah.
And people were ready to call up and turn in their neighbors?
Right.
Well, there should be SSDI number to call. Hey, my neighbor, he's collecting SSDI. He's out washing his car. He's doing cartwheels on his lawn. I don't think he's hurt.
Well, you're not condoning the red flag law, though.
Not for guns.
Okay.
For this, I am.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is different, though.
This is different. This is absolutely different. Good catch, Kenny. Yeah, no red flag laws for guns, because there's no constitutional promise that you can get money because you're hurt if you're not hurt. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between guns and this.
It's rampant. And, we've got audio. We can talk about that, too, if you want.
Not sure I'm there yet, Kenny, but we'll get there in a second.
Okay. No, okay.
You brought up Nick Shirley. How old is he? 25, 20?
He's probably 29.
He did more journalism in 1 week in Minneapolis than the mainstream media has done in 10 years on fraud. Now, why is that?
Because he's concerned, number one, and he found a niche that it shouldn't be.
Why hasn't it been investigated yet? Investigative journalists. Why haven't?
Honestly, I'll tell you why. Because in sanctuary cities and sanctuary states, they hide it. Tim Walz right now is under investigation for this very thing.
A judge took away the subpoena to get him in Ellison.
Doesn't matter. You can do that all day long as a judge.
Okay.
If you're an Obama judge, that doesn't make it right, Vic. We know one thing. During his reign, $9 billion was missing, okay, of American taxpayer money. And it's not just local money. It's money from everyone around the country that contributed to this.
What is the obsession with taking people who are illegally in this country. I hope they can't vote.
Yes, votes. This is what it comes down to.
Wait, well, I'm not done.
Okay.
Our conversation with Jack Tomczak just shot back in my head.
Yeah.
Is it non-citizens include illegals?
Yes.
Can vote?
Oh, sure.
This is crap. Why? I said to myself, why would Tim Waltz and Keith Ellison go out of their way to help illegals unless he's getting some kind of kickback?
Money and votes. That's what it comes down to. You got to follow the money. You got to follow the votes. Vic, when they said in these sanctuary cities, no, we're going to go ahead and allow people to get their driver's license if they're undocumented. Man, when I heard that, that's one step closer to voting. If you go in to vote and you have a driver's license with an address on it, doesn't say if you're legal or illegal, does it?
No, it doesn't.
That's my theory.
So Kash Patel was just talking about an idea by J.D. Vance to have a most wanted fraudsters list, which I love that idea. And Elon Musk on Joe Rogan said if he was given complete control, he would have cut the federal budget in half.
What do you think could have been done if you just had like full reign and total cooperation? How much do you think you could have saved?
I mean, what level of power are we assuming here?
Godlike.
Oh, yeah.
Godlike.
Probably cut the federal budget in half. And get more done.
That is so crazy. It is so crazy.
Yeah,
that it's
get more
that
done and federal budget in half.
widespread. It's that widespread.
Vic, I believe this is what frustrated him so much he had to quit. Elon Musk.
Yeah. I wish he did have that control. You know, and the left are such hypocrites. Oh, Teslas are great. They're electric cars. Jennifer Granholm says we should all get electric cars. And Elon Musk makes them. He's great. He's the king. Oh, wait, he likes Donald Trump? We hate him. Let's set his car dealers on fire. I mean, they can't even make up their minds, I guess. And when it gets down to burning down a car dealership, that's pretty bad.
Well, here's what I don't understand. All Elon Musk was doing was exposing fraud. That's it.
What did the left call it, though? The left didn't call it that.
They were pissed off because their money, but they were pissed off because their money was gone. Their money that would go Act Blue, for example, they're being investigated for money they took from NGOs. That came from USAID. That lobbyists. I mean, this whole thing, you could take a line and run it through all of these different things and just follow the money, and it leads right back to one set of people, the Democrats.
Well, Elon Musk better get on his horse and ride into town.
I hope.
You know. Is this Sonia Don up there?
Yep.
Whoosh.
Hey, we got a big party coming up.
Yeah, we do.
Friday night.
And we hope you can make it. If you can't, you're there in spirit. But if you can, join us.
Yeah. I'll give you all the details as soon as we get back. I know I promised you that before, but really, for real this time, next.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
As President Lincoln said,
made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's NewstalkSTL.
I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common-sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on NewstalkSTL. And you can visit us at inhstl.com. That's inhstl.com.
Tim Jones here to introduce you to your new favorite roofing company, Corel Roofing. There were 4 major storms last year. Did your roof take a hit? Do you even know? Most homeowner insurance policies require claims to be filed within 1 year, so time's running out for a closer look. At Corel Roofing Company, you get a local roofing specialist who will advocate for you every step of the way. Give yourself peace of mind. Schedule your roof inspection today with Corel Roofing at CorelRoofingCo.com. That's CorelRoofingCo.com.
Ready to light up the night? Red Dragon Fireworks has been your locally family-owned fireworks destination in Colorville for 25 years. Our highly trained staff has over 120 years of combined experience. We love fireworks, and we know what everything does. Whether you got $50 or $5,000, we'll help design your perfect show. Plus, mention NewstalkSTL and get $10 off every 100 you spend, plus a free firework. Red Dragon Fireworks, next to Veta Sports off Ohms Road in Colorville, and reddragonfireworks.net.
This is Kurt Barr, Director of Elections for St. Charles County, reminding you that your vote counts. Missouri's statewide primary is Tuesday, August 4th. This is the election that decides which candidates advance to the November ballot. If you want a say in who your party puts forward, August is when it happens, not November. Furthermore, in contests where one party does not have a candidate for November, then this vote is decisive of who will hold office. For official election information, visit sccmo.org/elections.
License number GL250000615.
Hey, Dad, what causes drains to clog?
Grease, hair, soap scum, and tree roots.
Tree roots?
This town has old pipes and big trees. They find each other.
They grow inside pipes?
They bust into pipes.
Whoa.
Once they're in, the water stops flowing.
Can we fix it?
The big green grasser machine can fix any clog.
Green is always grasser at grasserhomeservices.com.
No big old corporate lib AM station telling us what to say here. Conservative talk for St. Louis. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at newstalkstl.com. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. Vic and Ken. Vic can make oleo. Ken can't pronounce oleo. The Vic Porcelli Show on 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Ooh, like a smooth stretch of highway. This is Little Feat. And Little Feat's on their farewell tour this spring and summer, and they're going to be at the Factory in Chesterfield.
Man, it's so awesome to see these guys that are in their 70s rocking it out like this.
I love to see
80s.
that they carried on after Lowell George died. Lowell George was Little Feat.
Yeah.
And he died in 1979.
Yeah.
Here they are. You hear that? That's not horns. That's all keyboards. Okay.
I know. We get so wrapped up in this stuff.
I love it.
I do too.
All right, so our big party's coming up this Friday night. Boy, it really crept up. These 5 years crept up on us big time.
No kidding.
As the country celebrates its semi-quincentennial, we are celebrating our quin, 5 years on the air, and we want to celebrate it with you Friday night, this Friday at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville in St. Charles County. It's an outdoor party, which is cool. Jason Nelson and the Retro Nerds, who are great. A great evening of great 80s music. And we'll be under the pavilion right up near the stage there, so you can come by and say hi to everybody. You can take pictures with Ken Williams, get Ken's autograph if you want.
Yeah.
Enjoy the evening under the stars, food trucks, great music, all ages fun night. 7 to 10 this Friday at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville. Go to frankiemartinsgarden.com. It's going to be a fun party.
Yeah, and if you go out there, make sure you come up and say,
Whoosh.
Oh, man.
For sure.
Yeah, I can't tell that story, damn it. Yeah, you gotta come see Wish.
Don't you hate that?
I'll give you the punchline of the story, but I can't tell you the story. But the punchline was, what if I were to say, whoosh, my brother? Would that mean anything? Yes!
Yeah,
oh, my God. God, I wish I could tell the story. All right, so this radio station, especially these two goofballs that you listen to from 9 till noon every day, we love, revere our military, past and present. And when you serve this country, that's it. You're the king. You're the boss. You're the dude. You're the stuff. Sorry. So it's time for Vic for Vets. This is the official Vic for Vets honor roll, highlighting our honored veterans during Veterans Appreciation Month. You thought it was Gay Pride Month, right? Nope. It's Veterans Appreciation Month. Submitted by Tim Childs. We're going to talk about Army Master Sergeant Ernest R. Kuma and Sergeant Major Tony B. Kuma. Vic and Ken would like to share the names of two brothers who both enlisted in the military to fight for our freedom in the build-up to and after our declaration of war in World War II. I never had the opportunity to meet Ernest, but Tony was married to my second cousin, Mary Henahan. I had the pleasure of spending time with him and his family in California while I was stationed at Camp Pendleton. Wait a minute. Tim Childs is a veteran, too.
Yeah.
He was stationed at Camp Pendleton. So, Tim, thank you for serving.
Yeah.
Camp Pendleton from 1983 to 1985. He was a great big man with just as big a heart. Ernest was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, and Tony earned the Navy Cross, which is one step below the Medal of Honor. Hearing Tony describe the details of what his brother went through, and after much prodding on my part, what we went through to earn their what they went through to earn their respective medals was chilling and awe-inspiring at the same time. It was amazing to me initially that brothers would earn such honors and neither posthumously. That's actually great.
Yeah.
That they were able to actually get their medals. After spending time with him and his family, I came to understand the type of character it takes to be these men. I know you plan to honor one veteran each day. I would appreciate if you took the time to mention them both at the same time so listeners can understand the level of courage, honor, and devotion to country demonstrated by these two young men, brothers from one family. If I may, I would also like to give a mention for Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt had a 12-year military career in the Air Force, primarily serving as an enlisted security forces controller. She enlisted after high school and served from 2004 to 2016, including deployments to Afghanistan and Iraq. During her active duty, she met her first husband, Sergeant Timothy McEntee. Babbitt also served in the Air National Guard, including a 6-year stint in the Capitol Guardians, a unit responsible for defending the Washington, D.C. region. She reached the rank of senior airman. As you know, Ashley Babbitt was the only person who died.
Who was murdered.
Murdered on January 6th. Actually, Roseanne Boyland also was crushed to death.
Yeah, but Ashley was, in my opinion, murdered.
No, there's no doubt, Ken.
Yeah.
But she's not the only one that died. I misspoke.
No, you're right.
Roseanne Boyland also got crushed to death.
You're correct.
So, yeah, hey, you know what? Tim, A, thank you for serving.
Yeah.
B, of course we'll do the two brothers. Can't separate them. And C, courage. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. Bravery, can't do it. So thank you for that. Today's Vic for Vets Honor Roll inductees, honored veterans on News Talk STL with support of our friends Alamo Military Collectibles, Gemini Wealth Group, Heroes Care Incorporated, Michael's Funeral Home, and Freddie's Market. So, two brothers from one family, both go serve. You remember the movie Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
That was a story of 5 brothers who all fought in World War II. 4 of them killed in action, and Private Ryan was the only one of this woman's sons who were still alive. So to keep that family name going, they went and they saved Private Ryan. If you've never seen that movie, prepare yourself for the first 20 minutes, which is so dead on balls accurate to what those guys had to go through on D-Day, you know? And this was the case. I don't know if this was the case. I don't know if these two were the only two. But my father only had sisters. He had no brothers. And he fought and he came back, and thank God he came back or I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
All right. Who's on the phone, Kenny?
Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Wow, you guys went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. You guys just reached into a trap house and scooped up some excrement.
And here you are.
Wow. Kenny, do me a favor. You know how much I love you, brother, but don't ever have me follow something like that because, Vic, I don't know how you guys do it because I would be I know you and I think it's our heritage. You Italians are people that share emotions, or sort of Spaniards, and I couldn't do what you guys do because I'd cry through half of it. Because you guys know how I get choked up when I talk about my grandfather.
Yeah, I do. I don't make it through all of them.
I mean, we're still emotional. Like for me, for example, every morning I touch my Uncle Chuck's rubbing up there on the wall that I got. And, it hits me every morning. I mean, every morning I start off the show feeling the way I do, but you kind of have to go cut through it. You know what I mean, Dave?
Yeah. Well, you guys are tough, and I'm a big wuss. But
no, you're not.
Vic, the reason I called, I got to put Ken on the back burner for now.
Back burner, Ken.
Your back burner, Ken. Vic, you're a hot-ass mess, honey, without Ken there.
I know it. I admit it. Dave
did a great job.
I tell him every day he's the show. I just get to talk.
Now, Dave, let me say something real quick here in defense of this, because I believe that this show is Vic and I, and without Vic, it's not the show. I mean, it's fine when people fill in. It's totally fine, but it's not the Vic Porcelli Show. So, that's on that side as well.
You know what? You guys are like a fine marriage. You guys,
we fight.
Good thing we're gay.
Well,
good thing.
Yeah. No, Vic, was that my personal invitation to come out to the 5th anniversary Friday? Because I'm still looking for it in the mail.
Oh, you wanted a written invitation, audio invitation.
Did he really just insult me, asking if I wanted a written invitation?
Maybe.
Oh God, Vic, that hurt.
I can't do it.
That costs a lot of money.
I can't do this anymore.
Written invitations cost a whole lot of money that we don't have.
I wasn't talking to anybody else but me.
It's so much. It's so much cheaper, inexpensive to just say, "Hey, everybody, come on down to the party."
See, that's why you have a Vic Porcelli show, and I'm always in the crap house.
But you know what? You know what they, as family does. My family does it at least. When I have a party, I just call them up or I text them. I say, "Come on, we're going to have it this weekend." So family does that. That's what family does.
My family does the same thing, but they tell me, "Hey, we had a great party 2 weeks ago. Sorry you didn't make it."
Yeah, I don't even call them. I don't even call them and tell them to come over. So I don't like anybody coming over my house. I don't like going over anybody's house. I don't like anybody coming over my house.
Hey,
all right,
Kenny,
Dave.
We need to go over to Vic's house and crash it.
There you go.
That's all I need. You two. All right, Dave. So I guess that means you're going to be there Friday night. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
All right.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, and I suggest a DD.
Direct deposit? We have to pay
there
you?
You go. Yeah, there you go, man.
What in the hell?
Hey, he's the smart one of the show.
Right.
Thanks, Dave. See you Friday night.
Love you guys. Have a great day. Thanks,
hey,
man.
love you, Dave. Hey, Dave, whoosh, buddy.
Whoosh, my brother.
Whoosh.
Whoosh, my brother. All right. That's Dave, who I didn't want to say this while he was on the air because we would have talked for another 30 minutes. But he was the first person to call the show.
Yeah.
First person. Whoosh wasn't a thing yet, though.
No.
We had to work our way into whoosh. And it might not be a thing if Katie Fitzpatrick didn't text us on the way to work and tell us how hard she was laughing at the whoosh.
The whoosh.
Right?
Right.
It's crazy. All right. When we get back, Drew Thomas Allen, our brave conservative, trapped on the crazy left coast. He's next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Follow us on Rumble at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
If that's what is whoosh.
On News Talk STL.
Hi, everybody.
That's the thing you were talking about right there.
What?
If that's what is whoosh.
There it is. And Katie was listening, and she texted us, said she was still laughing. And there was another thing, too. Oh, the fishlets.
Yeah, the
fishlets.
Oh,
so
yeah.
hard, the fishlets.
The Eastern Congo or something like that?
Oh, yeah. The fishlets in the Western Congo.
But I feel badly also about the fishlets that are taking place in Eastern Congo.
Right. Who cares about the Western Congo? Let them have their fishlets. Was there a recall or something? There's E. coli or was
Maybe.
there some sort of salmonella?
Could have been.
Poisoning?
Because you don't want to lose the Eastern
fishlets?
Congo fishlets.
Okay. So, we talk about Connor Roofing all the time. And I want to also point out that Connor Roofing is a great place to work. If you're a roofer and you're sick of Goober, if you work for Goober and Goober's pissing you off, go over to Connor Roofing. They really treat their people well. And right now, every Monday is Meet the Team Monday. And Kathy puts up another person of the team. This week it's Bryce, you know.
Hey, Bryce.
So I said, hi, Bryce, in the comments section of the post. And, you know, she loves it. She puts a little heart. Unless she's just, I don't know, trying to make me feel good.
Well, like we were talking about earlier, they're like family. Family's important, and that's what Connor Roofing's about.
Yes. And Connor Roofing, you know, our kids go to the same schools. We drink at the same bars. We root for the same teams. It's all family. Since 1993, by the way. Kathy and Rob Connor are experts at what they do. They're also experts at making sure you are satisfied. How many other companies do that? Customer service, unbelievable. Quality work, honest estimate, and emergency storm repairs for those storms rolling in very soon. So go to ConnorRoofing.com, CONNER roofing.com.
News Talk STL.
First thing in the morning and pretty much all day.
Live and local. 101.9 and 94.1. News Talk STL.
Hey, Mike Ferguson here, and for nearly 40 years, Nutrition Stop has been St. Peter's trusted source for natural living. They've got a great, knowledgeable staff offering more than just products. They provide guidance on your wellness journey with exceptional service. From 100% grass-fed meats like elk and bison and local produce to quality supplements and clean household products. 4101 Mexico Road in St. Peter's, just off the interstate at Cave Springs and Highway 70.
Hi, Sandy. What's that?
I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot.
What's 4?
Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot.
Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas?
Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it.
That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot?
The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support.
Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians.
Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4.
Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
Fox News Commentary with Jimmy Fallon. Next.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save.
Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's Jimmy Fallon.
It's all about selling you some type of pretend demon that only the Democrats can save you from. That's how this works. When a Republican loses an election, okay, there's a Democrat in office, you'll see ratings go up for conservative talk shows because we're critical of the president. You'll see social media engagement go up for the conservative platforms because they're critical of the president. But by and large, you know what you won't see? You won't see people burning cities down to the ground like we saw in 2020. You won't see those BLM fiery but mostly peaceful protests. So what the Democrats do is they are a physical opposition. If there's a Republican in power, they show up and break stuff and light it on fire and then point at the TV and go, look how crazy the world is under Trump. We got to get him out of there so things calm down already.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Columbo and Company.
Ilhan Omar's net worth just changed dramatically again. It almost feels made up. We'll dig into it Tuesday. Plus, Susie Moore, Justin Sparks, and the return of Crane Durham.
Live and local, weekdays at 2 on News Talk STL. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hey, this is Jim Florentine, and you listen to Vic and Ken on the Vic Porcelli Show on 94.1 and 101.9 News Talk STL.
Smile, Jim, smile.
Come on, Jimmy.
He always sounds mad. All right, welcome to it, 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Ken and I learned something today that I was actually shocked to hear, Ken. I was shocked to hear that it's okay for non-citizens to vote in our elections. So I know one man that might be concerned about that. L.A. mayor and all that crap.
Of the Drew Allen Show podcast.
It's people who love this country and respect freedom and want to preserve it for the future. You know, it really shouldn't be political.
Amico mio, come stai?
Ciao, buongiorno, Ciccio. Sono molto contento.
Una mattina mi sono esatto. Hi, Drew. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. Good to be with you.
Always great to have you on the show. Drew is the author of For Christ and Country, The Martyrdom of Charlie Kirk, and The Clinton Hoax, Obama Coup, The Declassified Story of the Trump-Russia Delusion. So I learned something today, Drew. I try to learn something new every day, and today I learned that if you are in this country and you are not a citizen, you can indeed vote.
Yes.
We learned that
with regard to them pushing to actually legally allow illegals to vote, or the fact that in a place like California, illegals can vote anyway because they don't check anything.
I didn't mean illegals. People who are here, but not citizens, but not illegal, but not citizens. Somewhere in between, right? There's got to be something
there are people with green cards and such.
Right. Green card people. We talked to Jack Kerouac. What was his name? The guy we talked to today. Jack. What was his name, Dan? Jack Tomczak. No, Jack Kerouac is dead.
Jack.
And he told us that before 1926 or around 1926, that people who are not citizens can still vote. Like in your stupid state's L.A. mayor election, people who aren't citizens are allowed to vote. What in the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to confuse the audience, because what I want to say is you actually can't do that. Like, that's wrong. Like, you have to be a citizen to vote, but obviously that's not true. Well, it's insane. You know, I just caught something interesting that Victor Davis Hanson was commenting on, and he was talking about Europe, and you know, we always blast Europe about how left leaning it is, and he made a point that actually, you know what, the U.S. is farther left than Europe. Europe is actually cracking down on immigration.
Huh. Why don't we do something like that?
Keir Starmer's out. He's resigning.
Yep, love that. Donald Trump called that. He said, Starmer's going to quit. Sure enough, he did. I think we can move on. I think that's all I want to say about that. I just don't understand. Okay,
Well,
what we got?
No, I was just going to say, Drew, the thing is that, you know, technically they're not able to vote, but they do vote, and they can vote in federal elections as well. All they need is a driver's license, and then they give them the driver's license. They say, well, see, look, it doesn't say whether you're illegal or not, but if you have an address on it, you go, oh, look at you. You're Mr. Person living in the United States. Here you go.
You want to
go ahead
vote
and
or
vote.
something like that?
Well, and think about this too. We hear all the time from the left, and we make accusations like this. No, you know, this isn't happening. There's no cheating. Illegals can't vote. And yet, you know, and they say this like, you know, illegals can't vote. You guys are blowing smoke, yada, yada. I guess to try and pretend they care about elections. And I guess it's an acknowledgement that, yeah, that would be bad if they admitted illegals voted. But at the same time, in places like Los Angeles, they're actually working to, you know, change things so that, yes, you know, illegals can vote. People who aren't here as citizens can vote. So it's like, on the one hand, they're like, no, wait, this doesn't happen. And yet they're trying to make it happen. So the optics are just incredible to me.
Yeah, it's just stupid. All right. So we've said on this show a whole bunch of times, well, it's whatever date it was. It's June 21st, and nobody cares about Nancy Guthrie, you know, but now all of a sudden we do. And there was some sort of crazy new ransom note that says, oh, yep, sorry, your mom's dead.
Yeah, I saw that, and I gotta get Nils, the private detective in L.A. on this again. Y'all have talked to him before.
Nils Gravilius, he's our favorite.
We love him, man.
He has a personalized intro music for him.
What? I thought that was just what? Excuse me?
Yeah, I know.
I'm going on a tear now. Who else has intro?
Nobody else has Bella Ciao. Well, what the hell you want?
Okay, that's pretty good. I'll take it.
bad.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
You know, I won't make this a therapy session for the audience.
Well, here's his. Wait a minute. I just got to play it because he not only requested the theme song, Peter Gunn theme song, but he needed the version of Sarah Vaughan.
I didn't even know this version existed, by the way.
Every night
where she's singing.
Shh. This is sexy stuff. Don't talk over Sarah Vaughan. Yeah, baby. Okay, that's good. So that's what he requested. You get a song with Italian lyrics. I don't know what the hell more you want from us.
No, that's amazing. That's a great song. Thank you for that. My day improved.
Okay. So now let's get back to Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah, yeah. So what was the latest? I saw this headline earlier that it was just a note. Are they proposing to give her body back?
It says apology note. Let me read it to you. The apology note came from the same IP address from where other notes were sent. One of the ransom notes that was received by Nancy Guthrie's family also contained an apology for accidentally killing her. Oh, sorry, we killed her. According to a new report, the ransom note that was sent to the Guthrie family on February 6th said that Guthrie's body would be returned in exchange for money. According to a report from Airmail, the memo that was sent from the sender that had correctly stated what was being worn by Guthrie on the night that she was abducted and also included accurate information about damage to the backyard floodlight. So, I mean, when your hostage is alive, I think that's a little better bargaining chip than when your hostage is dead. But yeah. I don't know. I say, okay, I just want to say that when this happened, they said, oh, and she doesn't have her medicine, and she needs to take medicine every day. I said, well, Ken, clearly she's dead because she didn't take her medicine.
Yeah, they said literally if she doesn't have it in 24 hours, she will die.
And she didn't. And guess what? She died. Go ahead, Drew. I'm sorry.
Well, I just wonder when the kind of final chapter in this, really tragic episode is written, if we're going to view this as a complete failure of, law enforcement and others that were on this case, FBI, whoever was looking into this. I mean, is this going to be one of those things where 50 years from now, whatever exists, like Netflix is going to be making some, documentary, and we still don't know what happened to Nancy Guthrie? I mean, it's just such a bizarre thing, and it was in the news heavily for a little bit, and then it disappeared. And it says something too about like just kind of how we consume media, and I include myself in this, the kind of conditioning. Like, I mean, somebody's mom was an elderly woman, she disappeared. The media made us care, and then they stopped talking about it. Nobody cared, and now the body's there, and it's just like I just feel like I get taken for a ride, by the media.
It's funny. You really made me think here when you said documentary about this whole thing. I will bet you right now that there's a documentary already made with no finality, and they're just waiting to find out if the body comes back, if she's really dead, and then automatically you'll see like a documentary on Netflix or something, or Dateline or something like that.
Yeah, in like 2 days.
Yeah, right. Because
you're probably right.
Because you're
absolutely right.
When famous people die, they don't miraculously make an obituary piece with, a montage of videos and audio. They had that thing written forever. Matter of fact, I did one for Chuck Berry. I had Chuck Berry's audio obituary written, and when he died, we played it, and it was cool, and it sounded like we were on top of things.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not stoned, are you?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
I'm still recovering from Father's Day. Me?
Oh, recovering from Father's Day. I love that. How was Father's Day?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's my third one, I guess, as a father. And it was fun, man. It was really nice just hanging out with my kids and nothing special. Just tried to relax a little bit. I mean, I just basically turned off my phone, which hurt me actually yesterday because, our business doesn't actually ever stop. So catch up.
What's going on here, Ken?
Well, so in line with what he's talking about being a father, and your kids, if you're growing up in California, you might have to deal with this. The Ninth Circuit Court in California blocks the school's law that Gavin Newsom was involved in, Drew. It's called the Safety Act, where he limits what schools can tell parents about kids transitioning and kids coming to school and saying, well, I'm not a boy anymore, I'm a girl. They don't have to tell the parents.
And now they do? Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, I don't know. They're saying they blocked the law allowing it. So I think there's an issue there.
Well, I'm going to have to research that anyway because I'm going to have to cover that kind of thing. But, I mean, the Safety Act was a disgrace. I mean, you said exactly right. I mean, it was grooming. I mean, these people want as many people recruited to their little rainbow mafia is possible. It's really repulsive. And, I see all this pride stuff going on around me here in my small town, and they've been advertising, and it happened over the weekend, but they were advertising, heavily how this is the first annual, pride thing, big festival they've thrown here. And it makes me sick to my stomach because all of this stuff, it's been hijacked. I mean, I have gay friends and they don't feel the need to advertise it or have me worship at their feet.
Right.
But these people don't want recognition. They want to be put on a pedestal. They want me to bow down to them. Like, if you're gay, you're special. You're not special. And frankly, that's not what we should be uplifting in society. You can be gay. I don't care. But that's not the gold standard for society. The nuclear family is, and we don't get any recognition. We get one Father's Day representing, fathers, one day for mothers, one day for July 4th. And you don't see any enthusiasm on the level of this pride bullcrap is. It's such a disgusting cult.
So let me read a little bit of this to you, Drew. The U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals blocked enforcement of a California law that seeks to prevent school employees from notifying parents about a student's gender expression without their consent. So it looks like
Sounds
now they
like a win.
Yeah, it is. It's a win for parents.
Yes.
And, it I'm sure will be appealed again, but it is a step in the right direction, right?
I mean, how insane is that? Think about what these people are proposing anyway, and Gavin Newsom and all these sickos are proposing. They think that they are the father. They are the parent, They can, because here's the thing. They start in kindergarten grooming the kids, and that's true.
Yep.
The trans flag, I would remind people again, in the elementary school where I live, the public elementary school, it's in every single window. And so they introduce gender theory at kindergarten. So they introduce these ideas that are not just controversial, they're evil, they're insipid, they're wrong. And then after they've indoctrinated your kid, then they want to make sure that your kid can't even talk, you can't even, the kid doesn't even have to talk to you about it. They want them to carry these secrets. It's like this. It's so sick. You think about teachers like, this is just our secret. I'm the one telling you about maybe you should cut off your pee-pee, but you don't have to tell your parent.
And keep in mind, this guy here is one of the leaders in who's going to be running for president in 2028.
He's gonna. I mean, my sole purpose in life is to make sure that he's ruined as best as I can in my capacity at the Daily Signal. And so far, I've done a pretty good job. I think that he can't win. He's Hillary Clinton, guys. He's Hillary Clinton. He thinks that he's Barack Obama in terms of how amazing he is. He's not. He's Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
Nobody likes him.
Nobody likes him.
I don't.
And he's not black. So what do you got? You got nothing, dude.
So it's okay to say we don't like him because he's not black.
He does have nice hair, though, Vic.
For Christ and Country, The Martyrdom of Charlie Kirk, Clinton Hoax, Obama Coup, both written by Drew Thomas Allen. His third book is going to be about the life and times of Vic and Ken, I believe, which is going to be fun to read.
Yep, it's on the way. It's in bookstores tomorrow.
Bookstores.
Nailing it
but
down
it's written
right
in
now.
Italian, so you can't understand it.
Oh, see, he had to throw in one last
There we go.
Drew, thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right, ciao.
See you, Drew.
That is Drew Thomas Allen. He thinks he's cool because he speaks Italian, and he is cool.
He's such a great dad, too, man.
Oh,
I
my
talked
God.
to him off the mic. He's amazing to his kids.
That's good. That's great. All right, one more hour in our big 3-hour tour, and it starts with Dr. Tobler, I believe.
Yeah.
On News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Looking to celebrate the 4th of July with a bang? Then look no further than Powder Monkey Fireworks. We've got bottle rockets, fountains, cakes, mortars. Our selection is endless with low prices and no gimmicks. Our friendly, knowledgeable staff will help you choose the perfect fireworks to make your holiday unforgettable. You'll go bananas at Powder Monkey, Highway 94 in St. Charles, on Westwood in Weldon Spring, and on Brendel in Rocky Mount. Don't want to fight the crowds? Order online at powdermonkeyfireworks.com.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales. And voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. Taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, They'll get hit even harder, but our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for fair taxation.
Tony Colombo here for Gutter Pros and Exteriors, your all-in-one service team that brings years of experience and quality that's affordable right to your doorstep. Christine and I discovered Gutter Pros and Exteriors when we bought our home and inherited a gutter problem. And they've also repaired siding damage on our home because along with gutter repair, gutter installation, and leaf protection, the Gutter Pros team are also the best for repairing other exterior damage, including fascia, soffit, and all siding repair and installation. Learn about all the ways Gutter Pros and Exteriors can help your home or business right now at gutterpros.com.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
News this hour at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A sell-off in big tech companies spreading from Asia right back to the U.S. today, and that's pulling stock values lower on Wall Street as well. For the most part, the growing likelihood of interest rate hikes coming later this year, that's not doing much for investor enthusiasm. It's helped to deflate what had been a massive run-up in AI-related stocks in recent days, as traders worry that the higher rates could hamper economic growth. Now, right now, it is a mixed bag. The Dow back into positive territory. It's up 25 points. The UN agency says a plan is underway to evacuate 11,000 stranded seafarers through the Strait of Hormuz. They're part of the backlog ever since the war with Iran began. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign ministry says no visit has been scheduled for UN inspectors to visit Iran's bombed-out nuclear sites.
The sites in question are those earlier bombed by the U.S. At a news conference in Tehran, Baghai's remarks appear to cut against those made by U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, who said negotiations in Switzerland won an agreement for the IAEA to visit Iranian sites. The IAEA has been in and out of Iran since Israel's 12-day war against Iran in 2025, but has not been granted access to the bombed enrichment sites targeted by America in that war. I'm Charles Dillon-Tasman.
The Pentagon telling senators it needs roughly $80 billion to help cover the war in Iran.
The White House Office of Management and Budget is yet to make a formal request to Congress, but Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has been making the rounds on Capitol Hill. A top deputy defense secretary told senators about the Iran funding request last week. Some lawmakers are skeptical of the deal President Donald Trump struck with Iran to end the war and wary of the next steps. The White House has requested a remarkable $1.5 trillion for the Pentagon, a nearly 50% increase over the current fiscal year's funding levels. Bernie Bennett, Washington.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
Health insurance rates are surging in America, leaving millions without affordable options. If you're sick of having paychecks eaten up by healthcare costs or dealing with mega corporations, then listen to this. Christians don't need to waste money on a broken system. That's why I want to tell you about Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's an alternative to traditional health insurance at half the cost. With CHM, fellow believers contribute monthly to help pay each other's medical bills. There's no enrollment period, so you can join anytime. And you aren't restricted to provider networks, so you choose the doctors and hospitals you want. It's that simple. CHM is not insurance. It's a ministry that puts faith into action. Feel the difference of financial support and biblical care from fellow believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Stifel, serving investors for over 130 years. Contact your Stifel financial advisor at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Never paint again. This is Darren, owner of Rhino Shield. Want to eliminate painting your home, business, or church? Call the experts at Rhino Shield. Rhino Shield is a revolutionary ceramic wall coating to regular paint and vinyl. Perfect for aluminum, steel, unpainted brick, block, stucco, EIFS, drive-it, cement board, and wood sidings. Rhino Shield eliminates wasting time and money painting year after year. Our ceramic coating deflects 90% of the sun's UV rays and 100% of the moisture. Our clients want affordable protection with the elimination of maintenance. Rhino Shield protects your biggest investment while maintaining your architectural features and gives you the curb appeal you deserve. Make your home great again by working with the Rhino Shield experts. A+ rated with the BBB. Call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
This hour, The Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of The Vic Porcelli Show. You're listening to The Vic Porcelli Show.
A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
From New Jersey to Baldwin, Missouri, two behind the microphone, taking the whoosh to the radical left and the putrid swamp. You're listening to The Vic Porcelli Show. Here he is, Vic Porcelli.
3-hour tour. And this is our third hour of our 3-hour tour. Kenny Williams puts that together every day. Thank you, Ken. I say, thank you, Ken.
You're welcome, Vic.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. And our big party coming up Friday night. It's our 5th, count 'em, 5-year anniversary. And we're celebrating at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville in St. Charles, Freedom County. Party starts at 7. Retro Nerds will be playing the music. Hey, maybe Dr. Tobler can play trombone.
Maybe.
With the Retro Nerds. Who knows? And we'll be under the pavilion. It's going to be food trucks, drinks, fun, all ages. 7 to 10 Friday night at Frankie Martin's Garden, frankiemartinsgarden.com.
The Dr. Randy Tobler update is brought to you by Advanced Dentistry of St. Charles. Learn more about Drs. Omas and Cusimano and their team by visiting advanceddentistrynow.com.
I don't know. We really had that looked at.
Randy Tobler.
You guys are ahead of the curve. You probably took your masks off a couple weeks before the CDC said it was okay.
Now, Dr. Randy Tobler.
What's up, Doc?
Good morning, Dr. Randy Tobler. How are you?
I'm well. How you doing, Vic?
So you think you could bring the trombone Friday night and do a couple of tunes with the Retro Nerds?
I'd love to, man, but I'm scheduled. I wish I could. That'd be fun.
Scheduled for what?
I'd have to practice a little bit though.
What are you
Practice
scheduled
in a
for?
while.
What are you scheduled for?
I have a previous engagement, a previous commitment.
The hell with that. This is our anniversary show.
I know. I should do that. I know, but I get scheduled for these things too far out, and then I don't know. I get overbooked. It's like double booking patients.
Right, now you're showing off. Now you're showing off. Just cut it out.
Hey, Dr. Tobler, hey, Dr. Tobler, do you practice your trombone at all?
I get it out once in a while, and I get nostalgic about my dad once in a while because I inherited his horns. Okay, so I've got a whole attic full of horns, and I just get them out and play them once in a while.
I love that.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I do that once in a while.
I heard a noise. I don't think
I
he's
know.
there. Is he gone?
You there, Doctor?
Nope. I heard that noise.
You did.
Yep. I heard some little noise that said, "Oh, it's like Morse code for the line has been disconnected. Try again, morons." It'd be cool to see Dr. Tobler play the trombone. Kenny can bring a sax, right? What am I talking about? Kenny can bring the sax.
I mess with it once in a while.
You guys could be the NewstalkSTL horn section. Who else plays instruments here at the place? I know
There we go.
Katie sings. I play harmonica a little bit. All right, so where were we?
I haven't even played a note, and you gave me the hook.
Yeah,
that's when you're really bad. That's when you're out of practice.
That's not good. Not good. All right, so let's talk about Rand Paul and subpoenas for Dr. Fauci for testimony in COVID origin probe. Now, here's my question. I know you do a morning show every morning, so you must have talked about it, especially since you're a doctor, that Fauci has gotten a pardon from Otto Penn Biden. Now, I know he can't take the fifth. He's got to answer, and he's got to tell the truth, doesn't he?
I don't know. I don't know the legalistics of that. Just because you're given a pardon, do you waive your Fifth Amendment rights?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, yes, you do.
No, you do.
You cannot use the Fifth Amendment after you get pardoned.
Oh, well, this will get interesting.
Won't it, Dr. Tobler? I cannot wait because he's going to be asked questions by Rand Paul. You know Rand Paul is not going to ask him a question that he doesn't know the answer to.
That's the way you do it.
Oh, that's right. No, that is where Fauci is in some very, very deep quicksand. He's not dealing with Ro Khanna. He's not dealing with, even someone on his own side who may be skeptical but doesn't have the in-depth knowledge of how medical research is done and all the nuances around which, Fauci will be a very, very slippery fellow to discuss that. Yeah.
Senator Paul, you don't know what you're talking about. All right. Let's talk about this. Thank you. This alpha-gal tick thing. Are you hip to that or what?
Yeah. Yeah, we see it. We hear a lot about it. And right now, I don't think we know enough about the prevalence of people that have a positive test for alpha-gal, that is antibodies to that particular carbohydrate on mammalian cells, but that aren't symptomatic. I fear that there are people who present with various symptoms and then they get a positive test, and that's not necessarily, the alpha-gal is not necessarily the problem, the explanation for their symptoms. So that's now becoming an emerging discussion in the medical community. A large number of people will show a positive test, whether you do a food allergy test or, in this case, alpha-gal, at least according to the studies I've seen, which are relatively small yet. But I think they're doing that. In fact, the University of Missouri is going to launch a study, I think, very soon to try to figure out what is the prevalence of a blood test positive to alpha-gal in the normal population that's not symptomatic. You just take 100 people walking down the street that had a hamburger and test them for alpha-gal. I have a sneaking suspicion a number of them will be, quote, positive for alpha-gal.
What?
So that doesn't mean you necessarily have the disease.
But when you do have it, I've heard you can't eat meat or dairy for like the rest of your life. Is that true?
No, that's not true. In fact, people have varying rates of regain of tolerance of those things. And again, that's the thing. I mean, I looked at a German study that looked at hunters and foresters. Certainly they get their share of ticks. And they looked at a couple hundred of them, if I recall right. And, there was a significant proportion of that group that was not symptomatic. They did not get either respiratory symptoms or very commonly GI symptoms and it's usually delayed. It's like between, 4 and 12 hours later, suddenly they're having nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, the whole works. Sometimes, some respiratory symptoms if it's really bad. So it's not like an immediate allergy where, if people with a peanut allergy eat something peanut butter, my God, they're in the ER. It's not like that. It's delayed. But these people that didn't have any of those symptoms, and a very big number of them had positive alpha-gal tests. So just because you have a positive test doesn't mean you have the disease.
Well, that's good.
That's something that's probably lost on a lot of folks. You can have a positive, elevation in your liver enzyme. That doesn't mean that you have liver failure or you have cirrhosis or you have liver cancer. It means you got an elevation in your enzyme.
Right.
So you got to be careful about extrapolating from just a lab test to a clinical disease process.
When they were naming this disease, were they up in the air between alpha-gal and beta male?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think we see a lot of those. We see a lot of those guys protesting in the streets with the feminist movement, don't we?
Exactly right. And they don't have alpha-gal. They all have beta male.
They've been bitten by a different tick.
Right, different tick or something. So I want to update you on me. Is that okay? Can I be selfish and talk about me?
Sure. I didn't know if you wanted to go there, but I'm interested. I'm curious.
This show's all about transparency. Don't you think that's true?
Well, I know, but I don't want to probe. It's your what's going on? I'm curious.
All right, so it all started with a CT for lung cancer screening. That was good. Then they wanted to do a CT. Did I say CT? Yeah, it was CT. Then they wanted to do a CT with. An ultrasound was next, where they.
Yes.
Put the jelly on the thing. I told her if she saw the sex of the baby, she could tell me. It's okay. Turns out I'm having twins. So that particular ultrasound, she said that my aorta was enlarged, and the number was like 7, which is pretty bad. So now they made me go do the CT with the dye. What do they call it? Contrast, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when they did
A
that,
CT angiogram. Uh-huh.
and then when they did that, the ultrasound was wrong. My aorta is 2.3, and that's pretty darn good.
You're kidding me.
Yep. Bad
that
ultrasound.
much of a discrepancy between the ultrasound and that's amazing.
Yeah.
Was this in your and it was in your chest, wasn't it? In the aorta close to the heart, not down in the belly, or where was it?
I think it was close to
Which
the
part
heart
of the aorta?
because it was.
Okay. Yeah.
It was in the. But they had to go lower because the bad news is the pheo is starting to grow back.
No.
So I got to get rid of that.
What's happening to your blood pressure? Is it showing on the blood pressure?
Well, my blood pressure was not good. It was high, but it wasn't like it was that day. 220 over 120. That was just nuts. But it's so small right now that they caught it early enough that they can do it. I don't know what the word is. Something scopically, arthroscopically, some kind of scopically.
And laparoscopically.
Laparoscopically. Yeah.
He's a good doctor.
He is.
He knows his terms.
So they caught that early enough they can do it that way. So I'm not that concerned about it.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. Because
That's
I don't want.
Big deal.
I do not. I want to go.
How big is it? How big is it? They give you a diameter?
No, they didn't. Maybe they did, and my wife read it and didn't tell me. I don't know. Not that she's keeping something from me. She just, it didn't come up because she's not concerned. You know what's great?
Is it in the same place? Or
which is weird, right? It may just be scar tissue or something from the first one because that grew out of my adrenal gland. So I can't grow another one. There's no adrenal gland to grow out of, right?
Well, did they take the whole adrenal out the first time?
Yeah, gone. I have no urge to jump out of airplanes at all anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these things can be, if you've got just a little residual tissue there, sometimes it doesn't, they can grow sort of it's not a malignant way, but they just are sort of persistent, sort of like weeds that you knock them out with the weed be gone, and
weed be gone.
Later you got some more weeds.
Pheo
be gone.
Pheo be gone. There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Pheo be gone.
That's so funny. That is hysterical. So right now, I love hearing my wife say, "I'm not that concerned," because this may be too much information.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Oh, my God, it's the best. And this way be way too much information, but she wouldn't let me, once this whole thing started, she wouldn't let me carry the groceries in. She wouldn't let me pick up anything heavy, because the aorta could burst or whatever. And she goes, even in the bathroom, if you're straining in the bathroom, that could do it. I was like, oh, my God, really? So I said to her, how long do
anything that raises your blood, you don't want to raise your blood pressure acutely if you've got a thinner walled, wide, tube there. It's more likely to bust.
Right.
So Vic, let me ask you this question. So with that in mind, do you say to your wife, Jessica, do you say you can carry the groceries now?
She doesn't let me. I ask if she wants. No, go sit down. Go sit on the couch. But with the other thing.
But I would say as long as your blood pressure is high, even without an aneurysm, you still need to probably watch raising it on an acute level, right? You got to limit the amount of Fox News or Newsmax you watch. You got to be careful because that'll raise your blood pressure, and you don't want to have a stroke or anything because, high blood pressure, aside from if it's seriously high, aside from the aneurysm, which now is not an issue, it could be a problem, right? You can induce some issues. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. So I asked her when I was done in the bathroom, came out, and I said, so how long do I have to be in there before you think I'm dead? She goes, oh, longer than when you were in there, half an hour or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to check the watch. I'm okay. I'm straining, but I'm okay. Because it's scary. You don't know.
Well, it wouldn't be very discreet, but she could put one of those baby monitors in there that just listens. It would be interesting, that way she'd know. If she heard a thud and it was hitting the ground, then she'd know that, something was up.
Oh, my God, he's dead in the bathroom.
Oh, well.
So after we got the good news, I said, what did I say? I said something about it. And she goes, that's okay. I'm not concerned. I'm not that concerned anymore. And I'm like, well, thanks a lot. What the hell is that supposed to mean? She said, no, you're better. You're better than we thought you were. So, going to the bathroom or lifting the groceries, all right, wise ass, is okay now.
It's okay.
So I do. I bring in the groceries. You see the abuse I take on my own show, Dr. Tobler? Something wrong with that.
I'm telling you, man. You can't. You get it at home. You get it at work. It's terrible.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, last thing. Have you heard about RFK Jr.'s thing with sauerkraut?
I have not.
Oh.
Well, I guess I read a little something about what was it? What was the headline on that? He's promoting sauerkraut, right? Well, aren't they eating sauerkraut in the White House or something? I don't know.
Everybody's eating sauerkraut because RFK says it's good for you.
It's a beautiful thing for your microbiome. I'm telling you, this is a beautiful thing.
I've always liked it.
The more fermented stuff, the more fermented stuff you eat, the better off you are.
Like what else besides that? Fermented stuff.
Well, kimchi is a really good one.
What about pickled garlic?
You know, I don't really like that. Well, garlic itself is just good for you. And any in the onion family are really good for you. They support your immune system. It's good antioxidants, great for the microbiome, antibacterial. You know, they're really that's why you Italians live so long and so heartily, Vic, because of all the garlic you guys eat.
I do that. My wife had to go. My wife went to Tulsa a couple of weekends ago to see my son play down there, and I had to feed myself.
Yeah.
So I made myself aglio olio, and she goes, "How did dinner go?" I said, "Okay, you know, it's me, so I think I put too much garlic in it. There's a ton of garlic in it, but the more the better, right?"
You're right. You're right. Absolutely. Hey, did I tell you we're going to Italy in October?
Oh my God, really? Where are you going?
Do you have any friends? Well, we're going to land in Rome. You know, got to do a little Rome. Then we're going to go to Florence, then Bologna, then leave from Milan.
Wow.
And I think we have tickets to see The Last Supper. I think so. I think we got that. So, do you have any friends there?
I do not.
In those cities?
No. But I've been to Florence, and I haven't been to Rome. What were the other cities you said?
Bologna. So, Helene
Bologna,
is culinary and a nutrition and a culinary gal. So it's really centered around culinary stuff and doing some cooking and really getting into the heart of the Italian experience. So it'll be fun.
When you're in Rome, watch your wallet, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've heard.
Pickpockets roam free in Rome. Ah,
really?
Yes.
Darn it! Man, alive.
You really got to be careful.
That's okay. I've got one of these. I got one of these little RFID things I carry right in my pocket. It's just the size of a credit card, and it collapses and holds it all tight.
All right.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be good.
And if anybody says,
We're
"Hey,
go to the Coliseum,"
are you going to go to the Coliseum?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe I could be like Russell Crowe. I'm hoping. I'm going to try to get that buff, and then tell my wife to put on the Russell Crowe gladiator thing. See if I can do that.
All right. So I'm sorry, I got way off there. So the sauerkraut. How do you know if sauerkraut has gone bad? What do you do? Smell it? It smells.
No, you may not know. I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes a lot of food poisoning, you don't know about it because it doesn't have an odor. But often, like if you have canned goods, canned sauerkraut or anything like that, if it's bulging at the seams, you don't want to eat it.
No,
right?
we don't
There's
buy them.
something bad going on.
We buy it in this company.
No, you buy it in the bags, right?
Right, bag,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But I just know it's like, how do you smell
No,
it?
but I mean,
it
you
smells
don't know.
sour. It's good.
Yeah, and I'm a little concerned. A lot of the sauerkraut has preservatives in it, and I'm wondering what that does to some of the active ingredients. But aside from that, it's just good for the acidity in it and for the fiber in it. It's just a good thing.
That's great news.
Yeah, more and more sauerkraut's good.
I'm gonna get a hot dog.
When I go to my exclusive membership club, where you show your card when you check out. You have to check out there,
like Sam's Club,
and it's not the one that begins with Costco. It's the other one, and I love it. I get the $1.50 special. You can get the big hot dog and the soda for $1.50, and they've got sauerkraut there.
They have sauerkraut at Quick Trip. Why would I go there? I can go right down to Quick Trip, get a hot dog.
Oh, I didn't know that. At Quick Trip too. I didn't know.
They have everything. You can make a Chicago hot dog. What?
Are you a roller grill guy at Quick Trip?
Yeah, you bet.
Electric.
Yeah, me too. Good
well,
stuff.
when Helene's not looking, I get some of that, but otherwise I can't. So
I'll
it's
cover
only
you.
when she's out of town.
I'll cover you like they do in the Army.
All right, thank you.
All right. Dr. Randy
Just tell her
Tobler.
we had yogurt and sauerkraut. Yeah.
Hey, I have yogurt every morning now.
It's good for you. Yeah, Greek yogurt.
Well, I don't know, Dannon.
High protein. Oh, yeah. Don't tell me you eat it with the sugar in it. Don't do that.
I don't know. Well, see, now you got to make me feel bad. I thought I was doing good here eating yogurt. It's got the fruit on the bottom.
Oh yeah, you're eating the stuff with all the sugar and
for
180
God's sake.
calories for a little cup of it. Get the regular plain yogurt.
Okay.
Put some blueberries or strawberries on it.
Stop yelling at me.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
I know. Saturday morning, 6 to 9, every morning on the Eagle in Columbia. Dr. Randy Tobler, thank you so much.
You're welcome. welcome. Glad you're doing well.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
See you, Doc.
I couldn't wait to tell him that. That I'm doing better. Woo! So, Ken, when we get back, can we do the Seinfeld theory of Iran negotiations?
Sure.
What? What does that mean? Yeah. We'll explain it to you when we get back. Stick around.
Follow us on Rumble at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
I am prepared to get rid of the filibuster to pass a
Made in
Green
St.
Deal.
Louis for St. Louis. It's NewstalkSTL. If you have a phone, you have a radio. Download the all-new NewstalkSTL app
Love the all-new NewstalkSTL app.
and listen anytime, anywhere.
Hey, it's Mike Ferguson. Mario's Donut Restaurant, that's your place to go for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. From mouth-watering sandwiches, omelets, delicious gyros, and Mexican dishes, to their revamped menu with cannolis, tiramisu, baklava, and danishes. And don't forget those famous donuts. Dine in or carry out, Mario's friendly staff is ready to serve you with love and care. Mention Newstalk STL when you visit, or just visit mariosdonutrestaurant.com.
Got scrap metal, junk cars, or old appliances taking up space? Turn that clutter into cash. Since 1968, 21 Recycling and Scrap Metal has been the area's trusted name for recycling. We buy copper, brass, aluminum cans, scrap iron, wheels, catalytic converters, AC units, water heaters, washers, dryers, and yes, junk cars too. With our brand new truck scale on premises, getting paid is fast and easy. Old Highway 21 by Highway M or 21-recycling.com.
Hi, I'm Rodney Wallner.
And I'm Jen Wallner with the Wallner Home Selling Team at Berkshire Hathaway.
Hey, Jen, how do you sell your home for top dollar?
That's easy. Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
What if I want a flexible commission plan?
Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
What's the best time to sell your home?
Right now, call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
For all your real estate needs, call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
That's 314-810-SOLD.
Hanson's Tree Service at hansonstree.com is your one-stop shop for expert insured tree care and more in the greater St. Louis region and at the Lake of the Ozarks. Visit hansonstree.com for 24/7 emergency tree care, grinding and land clearing, awesome organic mulch, green resource recycling, and more. Tim Jones here to tell you that whether you're dealing with old man winter at your home or business in the St. Louis region or preparing your lake home for spring, call Hanson's to help you out. No job too big or too small. Mention Newstalk STL. Receive 10% off all tree care services. hansonstree.com, hansonstree.com.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning. They're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades. They're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
This message presented by the MSH SAA and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All the information I need on the drive to work.
Mike Ferguson in the morning. I keep it on throughout the day, whether it's local, national, or something big that's happening overseas.
News, analysis, and opinion.
St. Louis is #1 for conservative talk.
Newstalk STL.
Whoosh. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's Newstalk STL.
So, you remember when Magic Johnson was on the Lakers and he'd do the no-look pass, right? He'd look this way and pass it that way. That's what Ken does with the music. He looks over there, and then he hits the button, and the music comes out over here. That was so cool. That was so cool. And I felt it coming. I felt it coming.
Really?
The piano goes. All
right.
I knew you were going to hit it. All right, hey, it's a what is today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's been a busy show. It's been a fun show, and I think it's going to get a little more fun. And the reason why I say that is it's the Seinfeld theory of Iran negotiations. Remember the episode with Jerry and the tennis pro? That's what it says.
Oh, yeah.
This theory seems especially appropriate. I'm just going to read this because this is so funny. This theory seems especially appropriate today between Schrodinger's strait being both open and closed. Do you know about Schrodinger's cat? It's a cat in the box, and the box could be, the cat could be alive and dead at the same time. It's a crazy scientific thing. And so now the Strait of Hormuz can be both open and closed. That's why Schrodinger's strait. Before we go any further, we have been saying from the beginning of this Strait of Hormuz thing, how come nobody's talking about the Gay of Hormuz thing? Right?
Right.
Haven't we been saying that for a while?
Yes, you've been saying it ever since we heard about it.
Because I'm incredibly insensitive, and I'm fine with that. So somebody made a meme of AOC, and she's saying, President Trump is so homophobic. He won't talk about the Gay of Hormuz, just the Strait of Hormuz. I'm like, oh, my God, really? You got to steal? Even that you have to steal from us? I don't like it. Anyway, Hezbollah's rockets bombarding Israel and Iranian negotiators demanding billions in bribes, the ongoing drama at the Bergenstock Resort in Switzerland is very likely a show about nothing. It'll get great ratings. Lots of people will watch. Must-see TV. But after all the hype and all the hoopla, I like the word hoopla, DJT's MOU is DOA. There will be no TCB. I don't know what TCB is. Taking care of business?
Probably.
In a flash? When all is said and done, the U.S.-Iran negotiations will be about as successful as Kramer's lawsuit against Java World. J.D. Vance will get free coffee, I assume, but that's pretty much it. Sorry, but that's the stone-cold truth. You can't negotiate a peace deal with apocalyptic psychos whose bloodlust surpasses Newman's waistline. Hello, Newman. These Iranian hardliners make Crazy Joe Davola look sane. Now, I think we've also said on this show, Ken, we reminded people that President Trump likes that poem about the snake. The snake is injured on the side of the road. The woman says, oh, you poor snake, let me bring you to my house and I'll make you all better. And she takes care of him and feeds him and brings him back to great health. And then when she's all done helping him and healing him, he bites her. And she said, well, why did you bite me? He said, because I'm a snake. Iran is the snake.
Well, the Islamic regime is, for sure. And that's what we've talked about in this show from the very beginning, is this Islamic Republic has one goal in life. I mean, this is their way of getting their 72 virgins by dropping a nuclear warhead on top of Israel. That's not a negotiation tool that they're trying to use. Yeah. They're trying to tell us, no, once we get it, we're doing it.
And stop comparing this to Obama's thing, okay?
Stop.
They're different. Ken, tell them.
Stop.
Stop.
Just stop.
Just stop. Which is why our peace talks will sink like the 1956 SS Andrea Doria. But again, all vacations have to end eventually. There is no hope, nor any hugging or learning. Just a little squirrel here. My mom and dad were on the Andrea Doria, I think, 1 or 2 cruises before it sank. Squirrel! They went. This is my parents here. My parents have to be squirrels?
No, you're right.
But they went to Italy on the Andrea Doria. And that's what he's mentioning here, the Andrea Doria. And then in 1956, it sank. Like Titanic sank.
Yeah.
Like bottom of the ocean sank. Okay, I got to tell the whole story now because I've gone this far.
Here you go.
So my mother and father had a friend, Mike. Oh, God. Italian guy, of course. That's one of the people that they went with. So the guy says to my father, he says, hey, let's go, let the women go shopping. Let's go take a ride, you and me. Let's go take a ride. Let's take a ride. So they take this ride. There's this kind of bridge kind of thing. and they pull into this house with a gate and big house. Ken, it was the house of Lucky Luciano.
Well, really?
Yeah. My father sat across from Lucky Luciano.
Man.
And he was so mad at Mike. His last name almost hit me. He was so mad. Not because he thought anything was going to happen to him, but he thought something would happen to his reputation.
Sure.
What, you visiting mafia bosses while you're in Italy? Well, we can't have you be a teacher at this school anymore.
So Lucky Luciano.
Mike Fuchetta. The guy's name was Mike Fuchetta.
I knew you'd get it.
Yeah, it came. So my father met Lucky Luciano. How about that?
Man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hello, Newman.
Or perhaps the exact opposite is true. A bizarro version of conventional wisdom, if you will. And America has Iran by the short hairs. Oh, God, that's got to hurt. On January 30th, 1997, episode number 147 of Seinfeld aired The Comeback. It is perhaps the most prophetic episode of Seinfeld's entire catalog. There were 4 major storylines. I can't do 4 major storylines in 2 minutes.
No.
So it's funny though. Each character in the show gets part of this negotiation, and it's just brilliant. I don't know who wrote it, but I think
it's what we've talked about from the very beginning. And I didn't want to put quash the ideas of President Trump and what he's trying to do. But Vic, let's be real here. These people are not your typical negotiators. They're not the people. Just today, I saw on the Chiron on Newsmax that the current negotiators are waffling or something. It's never going to happen. This whole thing that they're talking about with, we're getting closer. No, okay, that's fine. I personally don't believe it's ever going to happen, and I personally believe that President Trump needs to go back in there at some point. Militarily, yeah. Because something's going to happen to where they're going to say, well, we can't go that far. We're not going that far. And Trump's going to say, well, you have to. No, we're not.
Yeah.
It's just going to be that way. And this is all this is right now is them biding time. This is what Islam does. This is what Iran, their leadership does. They bide time because they know eventually there's going to be another president in here. And coming up, the midterms, I think there's going to be a midterm surprise.
Yeah.
Just like Chris Arp said on the Tim and Chris show.
Yeah. Yep. That's so funny. All right, let's get out of here. And then we'll come back. We'll do the chat box. A lot of battling and harsh words going on between chat box platforms here.
Oh, really?
So we're going to try to keep the peace. All right?
All right.
When we get back. On 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Number 1 for live and local conservative. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
I just knew you were going to do that.
Live and local conservative talk, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
But they're really criticizing science because I represent science.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. Colombo and Company.
Ilhan Omar's net worth just changed dramatically again. It almost feels made up. We'll dig into it Tuesday. Plus, Susie Moore, Justin Sparks, and the return of Crane Durham.
Live and local weekdays at 2 on News Talk STL. This year, America turns 250, and News Talk STL is celebrating our nation's semi-quincentennial all year long. News Talk STL, number 1 for live and local Soros-free talk, with proud supporters of our 250th birthday celebration. Trolley Stop Bakery, DG Firearms, and The Yard Guy. 250 years strong, and we're just getting started. 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Hi, Sandy. What's that?
I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot.
What's 4?
Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot.
Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas?
Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it.
That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot?
The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support.
Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians.
Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4.
Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
Chris Arps here, and after Becky and I leave church on Sunday, we head down the street to Capriotti's to grab a classic meatball sub. I love Capriotti's, and you will too. Visit Capriotti's now at 2 locations on Manchester, McKnight, and Rock Hill, and now in Creve Coeur on Olive, just 1 mile west of 270.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Over $1.3 billion. Trump just talks the talk. We walk the walk.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Oh, that it? If you look at our stream, that's my friend Rat there.
Hey, Rat.
Swinging the baseball bat right there. He was an awesome second baseman, and I was the catcher, and we'd throw people out stealing all the time, Ken. High school.
That particular picture there, is that high school?
Yes, I would say high school or maybe first year in college or American Legion.
Looks
which
pro.
Was the summertime after high school. He did play in Italy, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, he's good, man. Great second baseman, lives for baseball, and he is a dear, dear friend. All right, we got a lot to do here, Ken, so let's just get to it. We'll start with Rumble. Ed is in at 1-1, he says. M. Gold says, good morning, Patriots. Ed says, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, no fair election.
No peace.
No fair tariff.
No peace.
No fair chat box.
No peace.
No peace. President Ed Stoit, Tomczak, Grover, Cleveland, Trump. Man, if we could just get that message to the president. Okay, forget the cookies. We lost that battle.
Yeah.
But if we could just get the acronym to him, I'll bet it's Ed Stoit. Everything Democrats say, the opposite is true.
Well, maybe we can get cookies with Ed Stoit on it.
Oh, wow. She would do it, too. Diane Wood at the Trolley Stop Bakery. She can do anything. M. Goltz is deuce. See, now, this is what the influence that Ed Stoit has on the rest of the people in the chat box. Whenever he's second, he writes deuce. He puts a little pile of poop.
Right.
And then when he's third, he says turd, and he still puts a little pile of poop. So people are starting to do that now, so that's fun. Good morning to all you beautiful mega, MAGA, ultra-patriotic, deplorable, garbagian, degenerate, freedom-fighting, God-fearing, Vic and Wish. Damn it. Hey, it's good to see you. Hey! Oh, it's good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you.
The left turds are nothing more than whiny little people who, when they don't get their way, they etch 8647 in the grass and sabotage the water, block nice agents, block traffic, and spew lies. A couple things here. 8647 in the grass. Does Jim Comey not know what that means? Huh.
Yeah, no.
That's an interesting way the lawn's cut there. Why don't you put that on the internet?
Huh. Hey, honey, did you say that I should put it on the internet like you said?
I'm not. You did.
Yeah.
I'll throw you under the bus.
My wife suggested it. I didn't.
And nice agents, national.
Yes.
Immigration
and customs enforcement.
Nice. Morning, Vic. Morning, Vic. Welcome back, Ken. Hello, Patriot Freedom Fighters.
Thank you.
Vic, agree. Why doesn't Musk invest monies into counteracting Soros? Because you don't become a trillionaire by sitting on the couch and eating potato chips all day. He's got his hands in everything, right? The Tesla, the space thing, you know? But I think if he heard about this Amendment 4 here in Missouri, he would buy some time to say vote for Amendment 4.
Yeah, I think his patience is wearing thin because you have Ro Khanna saying that he wants to investigate Elon Musk because of Doge. You start messing with Elon Musk like that, and he's even said, I'm going to, put a lawsuit against him.
And my point is, he doesn't even know this is going on. He has no idea what Amendment 4 is in Missouri.
Probably not.
So he needs to know. So send him some Ed Stoit cookies too, would you?
Yeah.
Ed was laughing at trans Republicans. Nick called some of the Republicans down there in Jefferson City trans Republicans.
Pretty good.
Rural. Come on, I'm doing pretty
you
good.
You nailed it. Yeah, you did.
Allison, Alabama. Allison, hiya. M Ghost, what's up? That's it. Morning, everybody. Where is 101, Cindifer, etc.?
Good morning, St. Boss.
Where in the world is Barry Biggs? We haven't heard from Barry Biggs
in
quite some time. Our MAGA duo is back. Pass the SAVE Act. Kill the filibuster now. Thune the loon.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right about that.
Needs to be replaced. There was no reflection in the scum pool. It's a reflecting pool, Ken.
Yeah.
It's supposed to reflect the Washington Monument, which stands behind it.
I still can't believe that quote-unquote commentator on MS Now said, oh, we used to do it all the time. No, you didn't.
No.
Don't stop lying, you liar.
That's the lie. Now, the other part is, yeah, so kids can't do it now.
Oh,
yeah.
They've always done it in the past.
What do you mean they can't?
Liar!
You mean they can't do it because it's against the law? Is
Yeah.
that why they can't do it? Maybe that's why. All of a sudden, not Sutton. Lib turds. I'm not sure. That might be, I don't know what he's saying there. It's all of a sudden, not all of a sudden. Lib turds.
Anytime the left loses, by the way, anytime, that's when they obstruct. That's when they say, well, it's rigged. If they lose, it's rigged. It's always rigged.
All of a sudden, you can't hurt the reflecting pool. Did I say that? Did I say all of a sudden instead of all of a sudden?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to rewind and look.
I'm back. What did I miss? Cindifer, how you doing, baby? Had a little medical thing. Slept most of the last week. I'm fine. I missed listening to the show and all you fabulous Vic heads. Cindifer, I'm sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome back.
Hey, baby. Ken, darling. Oh, hey, Vic, baby. Sorry. And Ken, whatever. Cindifer, glad you're back and feeling better. Yeah, us too. Hey, Ed, good to see you. M. Gold says to Ed, good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Hi, Allison. Thanks. Cindifer, glad you're okay and back. Thanks, Ed. I love when they talk to each other. I love that they're all friends. Any rumblers going to the News Talk 5th anniversary party? No answer on that. MLB needs to just get back to the basics. Real game, home and away uniform. Stop all the gimmicks. Boy, I agree with that.
I agree with that totally.
One uniform, that's it. We don't need...
But it wasn't like they were doing having Christian night. They do have Christian night, but they didn't put it on their uniforms. They didn't change everything to a cross.
Right. Hey, hit that like button. Oh, my God, hit the like button. Can't hit the like button.
Hit that like button.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It won't kill you. I want to go to the party, but I don't think I'll be up for it. Happy birthday. Cindifer. Sounds like she's letting me down easy. I don't think I'll be able to.
Well, I just hope she's okay.
I'll be washing my hair that night, something like that. I'm still debating. Gaslighting from Rumble again this week. This is Dave Stouffer. Gaslighting from Rumble again this week. Smack talking like CNN Facebook feed doesn't have the bugs like this place. Someone called the truck with the green wheels. If pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control. Meow. What are you smoking today? It's Toy asks.
Bad llama.
Yet Facebook blocked Vic for playing the anthem. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Facebook and Wastebook.
It actually did.
Cindifer said, ditto head. Loved the letter. That was a nice letter that Neil sent us.
Very.
Neil's correct. I knew when I heard Rush's voice, everything would be okay.
Yep.
I love this show in much the same way. Thank you so much. Repeat from yesterday. Want to hate America? Listen to their press. Want to love America? Visit them. All these visitors loving on the USA are welcome to trade their return tickets with any liberal twit that wants to badly much leave and protest law enforcement.
Another Vic head, great idea. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why don't we start a campaign saying, hey, you like it so much here, why don't you offer them, the ones who want to leave, your ticket?
Or we can ask the government for a trade.
Yeah.
Right, we'll give you all these lip turds, and you give us
all these lip turds.
Some of your Nordic Vikings and stuff.
Well, I'll be.
Schroer said we have to be able to install over 250 federal judges to stop the Republican agenda. The hell?
That's what Obama did.
Yeah.
We talked about that. That's all he did. His goal was to do that.
And we have to do something about these activist judges. I agree with that.
He is a hot-ass mess, honey.
Will the birthday party go on if it's raining Friday evening? I'm going to go ahead and say yeah.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
There's not a whole lot here, Ken, and I don't know if you want to waste too much time, but it's Gene. I think we're okay, maybe. Okay.
Well, there's always time.
It's Gene, the dancing machine.
And Gene says, good morning, Justin, for a short time and off on errands. Okay. We'll play more of the song if you put right along soliloquy in the chat box. Gene, good to see ya. Gene, what's up, machine?
Hello, Newman.
Vic, will you be at the party? I will be there. Allison says, Vic for vets with a heart. Thank you so much. Ernest and Tony, thank you for your service. Ed Stoit, will you be at the party? Allison, not likely. Ed Stoit, not likely. Huh. Unless something changes, also long drive. Would like to meet you and Edna. Allison wants to meet Ed and Edna. He doesn't want his face and name being associated with his persona. Wow, Dave Stouffer is just being mean today.
You go, Dave.
Some shop steward, he goes. And Dave says he'll be there. Ed, do you need a ride? Oh, he's even offering a ride. Not responding to non-union members. Will be there with the guard. Oh, does that mean maybe Colonel Joe Adams might be there?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. We have real sergeants and colonels, you bet. I earned my stripes twice. Not acting like it. Oh, God, you guys got to really just calm down. Brothers and sisters, no bickering, hugs, kisses, and mwah, 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 mwah. That's Cinderfer. Whoosh, my Rumble brothers and sisters.
Whoosh.
And Cinderfer says, whoosh right back.
Whoosh.
Ken can play. It says harmonica, but I'm assuming that means saxophone, because you can play saxophone, right?
Yeah.
And Vic should play harmonica. Pardon is only good for previous crimes. Vic, so happy to hear this. All our prayers worked. Have family in Milan and Sicily, so we got to talk to Dr. Tobler, get her in touch with Allison. Perfect timing for a work conference call. Now I'm back. Yay, Vic, baby. How you doing? Jack?
Yeah, I would love it if we could show up at places and just start jamming, but I'm just not that far along playing the saxophone again, because I picked it up again and I'm messing with it. I'm practicing with it again, but man, I'm not at the level where I can show up and go, okay, hit it, guys. You know.
Chat box union members don't troll each other on chat boxes. Just non-union rebels do that. That's what I thought. Alice, that's what I thought. And Dave says, I'm far from a rebel. Just know what right to chat means. That's in the Constitution.
It is.
Got right to free speech, religion, assembly, carrying gun, and chat boxes. Am I right?
They just knew all the way back then that it was going to be a thing, so they put it in there.
Islam is a political ideology that seeks to expand its power through the fusion of the church and the state together to ruthlessly control society. 48 mosques built in 24 months in Texas. Yikes.
Well, calling it a religion is, I think, a Trojan horse.
Well, she says it's a political ideology.
Yeah.
Islam is an infectious poison that serves no good purpose. More mosques are going up in Missouri.
Every state. Every week, there are new mosques popping up every single week in this country.
Islam is an infectious poison that serves no good purpose. Sergeant Stop. Ed talking to Sergeant Stop, who is Dave Stouffer. You are welcome to chat here anytime. The union there is for members as an advocate to the Vic Porcelli Show management. Come on, Tater on LibTurd Station. That idiot said Sutton when talking about the reflecting pool. Okay, I got it now. Vic Jetson, George Porcelli. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Have a blessed day, y'all. So, all of a sudden. And this is just an evaluation of dialects and things. But that's a black thing.
Something.
Where they replace D's with G's.
Not so much. I think it's an age thing.
I think you're wrong. I think that they say, this is a good one. Have a good one. You never heard somebody say that to you, no matter how old they are?
Yeah, I think
Steve Harvey on
no,
Family.
You're right. You're right about that.
Steve Harvey on Family Feud. So we got a good one for you today.
No, that's true.
It's a black thing.
But
it's
also,
not a bad
I think
thing.
I'm saying though the younger generation, my daughter's generation does that a lot. I've noticed she and her friends do that when they're talking with me, and I even called her out one time. I said, "Why did you do that?" And she said, "Do what?" Because she didn't include the T at all.
Okay.
And it was just it's kind of a similar thing, but no, you're correct about that.
At any age. It's a good one.
A good one.
Tom, have a good one. Tom Lawson, good morning, everyone. So, on Amendment 4, why is 1019 Newstalk STL running ads opposing Amendment 4? Doesn't make sense. It does make sense if you know the radio business. If somebody wants to advertise on the station, you play their spots. If somebody is opposing view to that, let them pay some money, and they pay for the spots.
And that's why we were saying earlier that the Republicans need to start investing in the opinion of Missouri, and in what we think is yes on 4.
Yes. Whoosh, and happy Tuesday, my All-American Ultra MAGA freedom-fighting Vic Head family.
Whoosh.
A bad day on Facebook is better than a great day on Rumble /CNN.
Oh, my God. That is hilarious.
I promise you tonight I'll get you George McFly laughing just like that.
Okay.
And you can play them both together. Watching Rap Cranberry. Good morning, Vic Heads from Holbrook, Arizona. Sean, we miss you. Michael Burton's got a few. Michael, please get some therapy. Good morning, Vic Heads. Back from spending the week with my daddy. Very nice, Amy. We like that.
That's great.
Barbara says, good morning, freedom fighting Vic Heads. Ken, missed you. Oh, Ken, Vic missed you yesterday. His voice is more snappy today. Glad you're back. Together again.
Thank you.
Hey, Barry Biggs. Does he know we've been looking for him, or doesn't he even care?
No,
I've been saying, where in the world is Barry Biggs?
I'm sure he cares.
Why does it take... Oh, he's talking to Michael Burton. Why does
You better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Michael, why does it take 3 weeks to count votes in California? I really want to know. Dave says, hope to see my Vic Head family Friday. Rumble tards will be hiding in the shadows, denying their words. Wow! This is really getting fierce, Ken. Right,
yeah.
The rest is all Michael Burton. Oh, no, there's Kathleen saying, good morning, fam. Bam. All right, Ken. I'm worn out, man. I am worn out.
It's a fun day, though.
It's great to have you back.
Great to be back, Vic. And thanks to everybody for your kind wishes. It was wonderful.
Yeah. It's always fun to be with family.
Yep.
It was a good one. I'm telling you.
And I hope all you dads had a good Father's Day. Because I know mine, you're just being with your kids, hanging out. We weren't doing really anything special. We were actually cleaning, but it was still just a lot of fun to hang out with her.
I can't think of anything more fun to do than clean. It's my most funnest thing in the world. All right. We're out of here.
Yep.
Have a great day. Thank you so much for having the record player on at night to listen to us this morning.
Make sure you have the record player on at night.
The great Jamie Allman.
The award-winning show.
3 martini lunch. Man, he must be drunk by like 1:30.
Yeah, I know.
That's all next. Kenny Now. See you tomorrow.
See you, everybody.
Whoosh.
42% of Missouri fourth graders can barely read. 42%. It's the worst result in 20 years. If kids can't read by third grade, they fall behind in school, and many never catch up. But other states have provided a roadmap for success. Missouri needs one universal reading test for all third graders and one clear statewide standard for what it means to pass that test. A struggling reader who still can't read after extra help and a second chance at the test should repeat third grade with some exemptions. We also need to end the outdated 3Qing method, which encourages guessing instead of reading, and require teachers to be trained in the science of reading. In Mississippi and Indiana, test scores jumped up dramatically after these reforms, and Missouri can do the same. Missouri children deserve to become confident, capable readers, and strong early literacy reforms can make it happen. The Show Me Minute has been brought to you by the Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales. And voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. Taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, they'll get hit even harder, but our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for fair taxation.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
News this hour at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has been making the rounds on Capitol Hill. He's telling senators the Pentagon needs roughly $80 billion, mostly to cover the cost of the war in Iran. Some lawmakers, though, are skeptical of the deal President Trump struck with Iran. For some, it's too lenient. They're also wary of next steps. The White House has requested a larger than usual overall $1.5 trillion for the Pentagon this fiscal year. That's about a 50% increase over the normal amount.